Stanley Cups, but in talking to him, being around him, as you have been too, he's more concerned with his team, trying to get points, which they so desperately need to get back into the playoffs.
And after the loss on Sunday night to Philadelphia, Rangers need to get on a roll again. The big line was shut down by the Flyers. They did a good job on Holik, Lindros, and Barnaby.
Earlier in the game, they were pretty good. Philadelphia made a ton of adjustments and shut the line down cold. They developed some bad habits in the game. They did register as a line 10 shots, but the Flyers matched up with Primo, Therrien, and Desjardins as defensemen, and they did a pretty good job on this line in the second half of the game, and the Flyers came back to win it. It also tells you how badly the Rangers need their big line to be effective scoring. As you see there, they did get a combined 10 shots, but when you don't get goals from that big line, the Rangers won't win. They need that line to score.
Now, the Islanders over the last month are 9-2-0-2, and they've had a multitude of heroes, but none bigger than their captain, Michael Pekka, and Jason Blake, who may be their best forward all season long.
Well, with Blake actually he's second on the team in goal scoring behind Parrish, and with Pekka, and we talked about it during the pregame show, when he's in the lineup, they win 2 out of every 3. When he's not in the lineup, they lose 2 out of every 3. He makes an impact for their organization. He can score. He told us he would like to score more. He can match up against team centermen. He can win a lot of draws. He's a fantastic penalty killer. And obviously, he has an impact with his emotional way of leading.
This is an important game in the standings. The Islanders trying to widen the gap against the Rangers. The Rangers trying to climb back toward playoff position. So teams have to keep their heads, but if things explode, watch out.
Well, Sam, the Islanders would like to kick the Rangers, get them way down, way down, so they can't catch them when it comes time to get into the playoffs. The Rangers have 33 games left. To hit the 88-point mark where they would like to be at to get into the playoffs in that neighborhood, they need 43 points. These points are a lot more important than getting a little bit crazy pushing and shoving in warm-up.
Well, we'll see what unfolds. It's the Rangers and the Islanders and the unpredictable. We'll be set to go in a moment.
New York Rangers hockey is brought to you by Bud Light, the proud sponsor of the NHL, by American Express, make life rewarding, and by Jeep, the most respected, honored, and heroic 4x4s out there, only in a Jeep 4x4.
Coliseum, tonight's game will be decided by effort and goaltending. We know the effort will be there. What about the goalies? Mike Dunham right now riding a hot streak on the road, won his last 3 road games, and Chris Osgood on the Islander side has won 4 straight, 8 of 9 against the New York Rangers. A contrast in styles. Dunham is a stand-up goalie, Osgood a hybrid. Should be very interesting. Right after this break, playoff-type hockey in January with Sam and JD.
I'm Kurt Menefee. Tonight on the desk after the game, reaction from both the Rangers and Islanders locker rooms. Media day at the Super Bowl. We'll hear from both teams. And Jets coach Herman Edwards tells us where he'll watch the game come Sunday. That's on the desk right after the game.
Season between the Rangers and the Islanders. Brian Trottier returning to Nassau Coliseum where his number hangs in the rafters. Retired number 19. The man who was the captain of the New York Islanders returns as the head coach of the New York Rangers, focusing on this game. His team starts tonight's play 4 games under 500. And he made a player move tonight. Expected to start was John Tripp, but with all the activity in the pregame warm-ups, Tripp was a late scratch, and Gordy Dwyer will be in the lineup to add some extra.
I tell you what, when you see a warm-up like that, the attitude of both teams, it's like a volcano about to explode, but at the same time, you better know what you're doing in a game of this importance, especially for the New York Rangers.
Standing ovation for the man who will drop the ceremonial first puck, the quarterback of the New York Jets, Chad Pennington.
That that carpet just gave a little. I wouldn't want to see him go down and get injured. It started to slide. Oh boy, Eric Lindros comes over and shakes hands with him. Michael Pekka now.
You know what Chad said? You want to be our tight end next season? We want to use a little two tight end formation.
Notice how the home team sentiment always wins those draws. Always. Oh, what a season he had, Sam. A lot of hope for the future for the Jets right there. You know a lot more about football than I do, but that guy's something else.
He's got a bright future, John. Very bright guy, smart, poised, kept things together, almost tripped on the carpet. Stay on your feet, see the balance?
Oh, yeah, he does. Well, let's see how smart the hockey players are. There's going to be some, I'm sure the league will be looking at the tape of what happened in warm-up where the two teams got together.
Don Van Massenhoven, the big man on the right side, and Kevin Pollak are the referees tonight. Closed captioning brought to you by the New York State Smokers Quit Line. The linesmen are Derek Nansen and Brad Lazarowicz.
Little delay as they get the carpet off the ice. Bobby Holik's line, the big line for the Rangers. Scatchard, a defensive centerman with Weimer and Blake on the line. They can go, and especially Weimer and Scatchard, big and bang and crash. They may see a lot of Holik, or it may be the Yashin line against Holik. So those will be with the two lines that I think the home team coach, Peter Laviolette, will play against Holik.
Now, Peter Laviolette was saying that this line with Blake Scatchard and Weimer can play in the Rangers' end, and that's what they'd like to do against the big line. So here we go. Holik and Scatchard. Holik plays it back to Malakoff. Malakoff and Mironov on defense. Played into the Islanders' zone. Buttenshaw tried to play it. He was taken down by Barnaby. Barnaby hit by Scatchard. Blake fires it off the end boards. Almost hit referee Don Van Massenhoven. Hamrlik played it out of the zone. All the way down it goes. Look at Blake hustle out. Forced Dunham to come out and play the puck. Up the boards, Bobby Holik. Holik meets a couple of Islanders. Hamrlik and Buttenshaw, and the path open, and Barnaby missed the net.
Boy, the seas parted there, didn't they? Barnaby, 2 chances here in the first shift. The first time the puck jumped right over his stick. The second time he didn't look like he wanted to shoot, and when he did, he fired it wide.
Messier has come on. Jamie Lundmark is with him.
It's against Pekka's line.
Rangers are missing a forward out there, John. They only have 4 players out there.
Still only have 4 players.
Somebody forgot to come on the ice. Somebody's asleep. The Rangers have only 4 skaters on. Terry O'Reilly just realized it.
And here comes Dwyer. Well, Dwyer's supposed to be the winger on that line. It's up to him and the coaches to be alert. Oh, baby.
They went a whole shift.
It was a power play without a power play. And thankfully for the Rangers, Mike Dunham makes a big save. Oh, baby. And you can see all 4 Rangers. Well, you're supposed to have 5. The Islanders make a line change and attack. Control the puck along the boards. Here comes a shot from right down the middle. The Rangers still only, whoops, my fault, still only 4 people. Oh, that's not a good sign.
Nedved is on now, won the face-off back. Cross and Kasparaitis on defense. Nedved, Dvorak, and Samuelsson. As I mentioned, Dwyer was a late change in the lineup and apparently just forgot his assignment. Icing his whistle against the Islanders.
Just watching Parrish, he doesn't look like he's skating in a very comfortable way. He's dragging his left leg a little bit, and I don't know what happened to him on that shift, but he doesn't look comfortable. Rangers better be a lot sharper than that. The players and the coaches on the bench, that's their jobs. Sam, as far as the stuff in the warm-up went, it'll be interesting to see when Cairns is on the ice against McCarthy, because those two really went at each other. They didn't fight, but they got after each other.
The puck all the way down. Rangers have now brought their 3rd defensive pair on. Another Islander icing. They have Pody and Bouchard on defense. The Islanders have the line of Pekka, Bates, and Parrish on. You look at Michael Samuelsson. It's set for the face-off. In the game against Atlanta Sunday afternoon, which the Islanders won, Sean Bates had just an incredible goal. Gave the Islanders a 2-goal lead. Dvorak comes out of the corner. Checked by Janssen, finds Nedved. A soft backhander is stopped. Samuelsson was taken down by Martinek in front, and out comes Kenny Janssen. Janssen fires it across off the boards. Dvorak.
It's real early, but the Islanders look rattled in their own zone.
3-on-2 across the line. Rangers were offside.
Now the Islanders, the seas parted when Barnaby came through on that play there. There was people open. Martinic did a good job on Samuelson, but just watch in front here. Look how open Peter Nedved is, and then you can see Samuelson couldn't get to the puck as he was knocked down. Now here's O'Reilly. He noticed, he was the first one of the coaches to notice Dwyer wasn't on the ice. Dwyer was a late addition. He's got to know that when the left winger comes off the ice, if his line's up next, it's up to him to be on the ice to replace that player on Messier's line.
Lindros and
Weimer and Lindros.
Lindros and Weimer were pushing and shoving.
Weimer won a scrap in the last game, Sam, against Cowan of the Islanders. Weimer dropped the gloves and landed a big time left.
Sven Buttenshawn works it ahead. Scatchard plays it in. Islanders still without Adrian Aucoin, one of their top defensemen. They have Brad Isbister back in the lineup surprisingly tonight. Here's Blake in front, and the shot went wide as he bowled over Mike Dunham, and Dunham is down and not moving.
Jim Ramsey, the trainer, on the ice. So what's interesting, Blake drove to the net. He's going to get a penalty. And I think the referees are smart here, because if you don't, you're going to see goalies get run at both ends of the ice. Let's watch and see what happens with Blake. He cuts to the middle, and he got shoved. He got shoved from behind by Malakoff. Blake went to the net, which a forward's supposed to do, and he gets shoved. And you see the head of Dunham get smacked. His legs came flying up, and down he went. He's just now up on his knees. When a goaltender, you're not expecting to get hit on the head. You're looking at the puck, you're playing the puck, and then boom. And he caught the right arm of Blake, who was shoved by Malakoff. And he appears to be okay, but if you don't give a penalty out on that play, you're going to see the Rangers, in their mind, they'll go down and run Osgood. And so you've got to stop this now if you're a referee. Stop it now. So the Rangers get the first power play of the game.
Dunham seems to be okay. Sidney McCarthy observed, but he will not be out on the power play. Rangers have Holik, Messier, Lindros, Malakoff, and Mironov for the power play. Pekka, Bates, Janssen, and Hammerlich, the penalty killers. Messier with the puck. We're nearly 2.5 minutes in. There's no score in the game. Malakoff carries in. Holik with a back pass to Lindros. Janssen takes it away from Lindros. Controls nicely. Good play by Janssen.
It's a fast penalty killing team.
Here's Bates. Pekka racing down the left side. Lead to Pekka. And he was checked by Malakoff.
Thing with the Islanders, their speediest penalty killers in the penalty box. That's Blake.
Yeah.
Excellent work by Bates and Pekka.
The penalty was Blake, 2 minutes for interference with a goaltender at 2:15.
Here the puck is stuck in Dunham's equipment. He doesn't know where it is. And he's lucky when he skated back in front of the net that the puck didn't jar loose and go over the goal line. It's somewhere. There it is. It just came out and went over the line, and the Islander fans are cheering. Here's the rush. Pekka now has gone to the net 100 miles an hour. Malakoff is trying to get back. Oh, baby. Nice effort by the Islanders. Pekka with only one hand on his stick, but good effort shorthanded.
Don't they have speed limits out here? What's this 100-mile-an-hour stuff? Face-off win, shot by Kavasha. Saved by Dunham. Islanders looking good in a penalty kill situation.
They're very fast, very aggressive penalty killing unit. They don't sit back.
Messier trying to fire in. It was blocked by LaPointe. Rangers recover the puck. Bouchard and Pody have come on. Here's Tom Pody. His pass tipped away by Bobby Holik. To Bobby Holik.
That was Kavasha with a long reach.
Kavasha and LaPointe, Hammerlich, and Commander. Commander stops the rush of Lindros. Rangers unable to set up the power play at all.
They can't get the puck deep, Sam. They have not gotten the puck over the blue line yet.
Holik winds up, fakes, moves in on Hammerlich. Hammerlich chopping at him, set up in front for Lindros, knocked away by Commander. He was picked off by Messier. Messier to Lindros, checked by Hammerlich. Centered, but given away to Bates. Bates and Pekka come out. 25 seconds to go in the Rangers power play. Bates controls the puck. And just he sends it down the ice. He could have held on to it for 5 more seconds.
15 seconds to go. The Islander fans juiced up with a great penalty kill.
Kasparaitis with a lead to Dvorak. Drop pass, a blind one, but Kasparaitis gets there to play it deep. Osgood stops the puck, back up the boards to Kavasha. Power play is over. Blake is back, teams are at full strength. 4:20 gone by first period, scoreless game, no shots on goal on the Rangers power play. Corey Cross sends it in. Dvorak gets to the puck. Dvorak checked by Janssen. Samuelson and Dvorak. Dvorak keeps it alive. Puts it in front, and it's taken away by Aaron Asham.
Is this Yashin's first shift?
No, I don't think so, John. I think he was out early.
And one earlier?
Yes. Centered for Asham. He moves in. Saved by Dunham. Oh, bad giveaway. Big chance for Aaron Asham. Here's Yashin. Kvasha moves over. Yashin keeps it alive against Kasparaitis. Yashin has scored goals in back-to-back games for the first time since the second week of the season. Nedved trying to clear. Denied by Tamander. Now it's brought out by Dvorak. Batted down by Cairns with a high stick.
Sam, there's not a chance that Mike Dunham at the NHL level has played in a game this big. You know, he's never played with a Ranger-Islander rivalry game at stage, and he looks pretty good. Now he handles the puck here and moves it. Actually gave it away, but he got back and made a good left pad save on Asham, who took the shot. McCarthy and Cairns on the ice. The first time against each other. They're already looking at each other.
Yeah.
Cairns looks like he's setting his helmet, and this is going to be interesting. Isbister, by the way, in the lineup for the first time in a long time for the Islanders.
He skated, practiced yesterday, was okay today in the morning skate, and has gotten the clearance to play. Tamander trying to get away from Rico Fata. Donato, Fata, and McCarthy, the Rangers' fourth line. McCarthy took down Winehandle. Isbister.
Look at Cairns is just looking at McCarthy.
They bump. They're together. Puck around to Malakoff for a drive wide. Out to the right point, Mironov winds it deep for Fata. Fata hit by Cairns. Puck out in front. Isbister there to play it. Isbister chased by McCarthy. Glove by Dunham, and he holds on.
So the first shift, I think Eric Cairns was expecting something. McCarthy looked at him but decided to play the game, not fight. So the two of them, who had a chance to get after each other, decided not to. This is McCarthy working on Tamander, who's skating very well. This is where I thought something may develop. Right in here, they hooked up a little bit, but they decided just to play, which is kind of good. There's too much on the line here. You know, if the game gets one-sided, something crazy might happen. But right now, it's a scoreless first period. There's a lot of energy here, and the players are playing with their heads.
Good effort by Scatchard against Holik. Played in front, batted away by Pody, out of the zone. Barnaby got clipped by an accidental stick
by
Budenschon, who swung it at the puck and clipped Barnaby in the face. Hammerlick hit by Lindros. Budenschon hit by Barnaby. Puck to Blake, racing down. Holik checks him, and Bouchard takes it back. Then he lost it to Hammerlick. Saved by Dunham. And the puck's up into the netting, stopping play. 13:28 to go in the first. No score.
Matthew Barnaby and Sven Budenschon get together here. The stick came up there. It couldn't quite see it. Clipped Matthew. He was blocked out. And Barnaby had words with the Islander bench on the way to the bench. A lot of that going on in this game.
Corey Cross.
7 o'clock game. They started talking at each other at 6:30 in warm-up.
Janssen. Rangers called for icing. 6 minutes 47 seconds into the game. Budweiser salutes America's designated drivers. We all make a difference.
So right now, the Rangers put two centermen on for the faceoff. Dwyer goes to the bench, and Peter Nedved on there in case Messier gets thrown out.
Messier wins it to the boards. Kasparaitis up off the glass and out of the zone. Islanders with 4 shots on goal. Rangers with 1. There's no score in the game. Dunham stops it for Cross. Kasparaitis. Take it away. Here's Yashin moving in. Missed the net.
Oh, that is his place to score.
Did the puck flip on him, John?
I don't know.
The
Face-off's outside the zone.
Oh, all right.
It went off the glass and into the netting, but that's where he scores from. And he just simply missed. No, he went top corner. Dunham outweighted him. Forced Alexei Yashin to go top corner, as you see the play right there. Kvasha making some nice plays early.
Yeah.
And he just flat out missed, Sam. That's all there is to it. That's where Yashin scores from. That time he missed the net by about 3 feet on a nice play by Kvasha.
Mironov with the puck. Mironov and Malakoff on. Vladimir Malakoff playing in his 600th NHL game. He played 166 in an Islanders uniform. Started his NHL career with the Islanders before going to Montreal, and then on to New Jersey, and then to the Rangers.
Offside here, and even on the offside Sam, Mironov went over to Pekka, kind of got him, and then Pekka moved over, and he got a Dvorak after the whistle. Just these little things going on. I think the thing about Pekka, that's offside now. Now here's Mironov coming over. They meet up a little bit, and then Pekka the stick. Watch here. He twists the feet around of Dvorak. Pekka's got attitude, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think he brings attitude to his team, which means it makes his team play with attitude. And you need attitude.
Pekka in the corner against Mironov. And here is Parrish moving out in front. Couldn't get a shot off, blocked by Malakoff. Around to Pekka, drops it back. Parrish knocked down by Malakoff. Fans react, nothing called on the play. Don Van Massenhoven, the referee, was looking at it all the way. Samuelsson gets knocked down hard by Bates. And Martinek plays it toward the net.
Another play, though. I know Samuelsson got knocked down, but he didn't get the puck deep. And the Rangers are starting to play a little more in their own zone now than what they did in the first 5 minutes of this game. And I'm wondering if the good penalty kill by the Islanders, who are trapping here, if the Islanders, that charged them up a little bit.
Olik stopped at the line by Cairn. Scatchard sends it all the way down, and this will be an icing. I think the Islanders are trying to capitalize on their speed. They've been throwing the puck down the ice and racing.
But they're getting it deep. They're getting it deep, and you've seen Dunham turn the puck over for a scoring chance. You saw Kvasha make the play, and Yashin missed the net. So it's working. Look at the speed here. As the Rangers get back, an icing call, and Blake's going to the box again. Now here's Samuelsson. He's got to try and backhand the puck. He's got to get it deep right there, but Bates worked him over. Blake is going for a slash.
And Pody.
Yeah.
So both of them were involved there, as we showed you. And both of them smacking each other with the sticks. So they go off. 2 minutes each for slashing at 8:27. And again, an indication the referees want to maintain control of this game. Olik wins it back. 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes. Shot by Lindros, saved by Osgood. He bats it into the corner.
Second Ranger shot.
Cross to Lindros. One timer missed the net. Osgood plays it around the boards. Lindros and Holik. Cross missed the puck. Crosses on with Kasparaitis. Islanders have Kvasha. Yashin. And Kvasha was slammed by Lindros, and he's down. Lindros shoots, saved by Osgood.
The referee blows the whistle once the Islanders touch the puck. This was an accidental collision. Lindros was regrouping, skating. Kvasha was skating, and this was shoulder to chest. I'm telling you, Sam, it was about a 9 on the Richter scale. And Kvasha's a big man, but he was down, and he didn't move. Yeah, I think this was a complete accident where two players just met up as they were crisscrossing.
Two big men.
Oh, giants. Here's Lindros. He's looking for the puck, and he looks, and boom. His elbow was down. The chin of Kvasha went into the right shoulder of Lindros. And they were just crisscrossing. They didn't even, I don't think Lindros saw him until the last second. Oh, man. The referees weren't making a call. There's no call on the play. That was more of an accidental collision than anything else. Oh. Kvasha's up skating to the bench on his own, which is good. He's had a good start to this game. But boy, did he get laid out.
Fans seeing it on the scoreboard, reacting to it.
An Islander fan's going to see it and say that's got to be a penalty. But those two players, neither one of them had the puck. The Rangers had the puck, and they were crisscrossing, and boom. Lindros was trying to get into the play, 4-on-4 to head up ice.
Skating 4 aside. No score in the game. Little over 9 minutes gone by. Martinek back to Sean Bates. Bates and Pekka, Martinek and Janssen for the Islanders. Samuelsson and Messier with Malakoff and Mironov for the Rangers.
Bates and Pekka really work well together.
Bates forced back by Samuelsson. Janssen heads up ice. Nice pass. Pekka forced back, winds it around the boards for Bates. He's hit by Mironov. Samuelsson against Janssen.
Janssen's been the Islanders' best defenseman the last month.
Taken away by Mironov.
Penalty
call.
Rangers. Hooking call. Samuelsson. Islanders will have a 4-on-3 power play.
For 51 seconds. And then Blake and Cody will return.
There's Janssen deep. He'll spin around. That's the penalty. Oh boy. Let's take a look at that crisscross, Sam, where Kavasha and Lindros got involved. Now, if we look, there's Lindros. Kavasha's going. Oh, I don't think Kavasha saw Lindros. Lindros wasn't going to move, and boy, was that a collision. Islanders power play, their first of the game.
4-on-3. Rangers have Malakoff, Kasparaitis, and Nedved on. It's Yashin, Hamrlik, Janssen, and Parrish for the power play. Yashin to Hamrlik. Janssen's down low. So is Parrish, who does his best work down low. Hamrlik fakes. Yashin shoots. Saved by Dunham. Parrish had it knocked away by Kasparaitis. Nedved lifts it all the way down.
Yeah, Parrish is good around the front of the net. He'll pay a price to score, and he'll screen goaltenders, and he'll tip in shots and find rebounds.
Parrish chipped it ahead. Dunham plays it to the boards. Yashin against Messier. Hamrlik's got the puck. Corey Cross has come on for the Rangers. Hamrlik fakes, sets up Yashin. Moving in, no shot, no pass. Shot by Hamrlik, save. Messier's got the puck and clears.
2 men out of the box. Now it's a 5-on-4. 2 good saves by Mike Dunham, who doesn't look nervous, looks sharp, and both of those saves he had to move laterally and be in position.
55 seconds to go in the Islander power play. Hamrlik sends it in. By Dunham. Blake there to play it. Cross shoves him. Nedved clears the puck. Hamrlik and Dvorak go for it. Hamrlik reverses to Bates. 9 minutes to go, first period. Scoreless game. Hamrlik pressured by Dvorak. Dvorak real strong on the forecheck.
Dvorak and Nedved. We talked about Bates and Pekka. Dvorak and Nedved could do that when they're on their game penalty killing. They work as one, even though they're two.
Nedved was hit from behind by Scatchard. The puck to Bates. Played by Martinek. 15 seconds in the Islander power play. Bates ahead. Blake. In deep. Wine handles pass. Cleared away by Poti. Brought out by Nedved. And the power play is over. Samuelson back. Team's at full strength. Scatchard moves in. Hook checked away by Poti. 2 shots on goal on the power play for the Islanders. Scoreless game. Blake against Cross. Scatchard moves it. Kavasha, saved by Dunham. Nice move by Kavasha. It's okay.
Yeah, it's good to see that. He came out of the corner, went right to the net, and had himself a jam play. Scored a goal in St. Louis in a very similar play. With a puck being passed across, Dunham's got to get over and cover that area up. There's a nice pass to Hamrlik bomb. And you can see Dunham with nice lateral movement. That was a power play shot. The Islanders had 2 of those.
Kavasha with a shot to save by Dunham.
That's a set play. That's the second shot the Islanders have had that have been just like that last one on the face-off, it to the right of Dunham in the Rangers zone.
Here's a lead for Yashin. Here's that matchup, John, of Yashin against Holik.
Yeah, it's
pass blocked by Lindros. Holik's got Barnaby. Barnaby moves it in, shoots, score! Matthew Barnaby! It's the Rangers a 1-0 lead.
They might not see that matchup anymore. They may stay with Scatchard against Holik. Barnaby got open. Holik hit him on the wide side. It was a perfect shot to beat Osgood, and the Rangers have the lead. Yashin on the puck. Goes through the middle, and it's picked off. That was Lindros and his feet that picked the pass off. Holik moved the puck to Barnaby. A rising shot off the crossbar. Barnaby gets his 9th. Look at him look. Sees the top corner. Whoa, that's right where Wayne Gretzky used to put him.
Calling him Gretzky a lot.
I can't believe how much he has improved with the puck as a hockey player.
Bouchard was slowed down at the line by Lapointe and brought an offside against the Rangers. Rangers have only 4 shots on goal. The Barnaby shot was a beauty. Watch out for Cairns and McCarthy.
And right now the referee, Don Van Massenhoven, came over and had a lecture as McCarthy, for the second time in the period, and Cairns have been opposite each other. Isbister in between the two. Isbister playing his first game back from an ankle injury, and he's matched up against McCarthy, as you see there.
And now on the far side, Fata and Whitehandle are jockeying for position. Ted Donato and Lapointe. We're going to face off. Donato chase. Fata comes in. Donato sends it in. Donato, an Islander, twice. Here's LaPointe. Bouchard stops him. Isbister. Checked by Pody. Bodies go down. Winehandle went down, and McCarthy went down. Meanwhile, the play going the other way. Commander outlets to Winehandle. Gave it up to Bouchard. 1-0 Rangers. 7 minutes to go, first period. And the Rangers continue to score first. They've scored first in 10 of their last 11 games. McCarthy working against Tamander. Donato dropped it in the corner. Tamander checked there by Dwyer. Now Donato trying to come off the boards and was knocked away by Tamander. This is Isbister. Isbister against Pody. Knocks him down. Takes the puck. Saved by Dunham. What a play by Isbister. How about that strength?
He keeps doing that, he'll find himself back on the top line.
Dwyer able to clear it to Messier. Messier crisscrosses with Lundmark. Lead to Lundmark. Saved by Osgood. Good shot. Then Lundmark is hit hard by Hammerlich. Hammerlich takes the puck away. Off the glass. Mironov keeps it in. Hammerlich, it's whistled down for an offside. Linesmen out of the zone.
Linesmen are calling everything. Anything close to the blue line, they're calling offside. Good quick shot by Jamie Lundmark. And Messier made a perfect pass back in behind him so he could shoot it off the pass. Look at Isbister with that long reach. Now the strength plays a part of his game. And then the shot on goal. Nice play with him just getting back into the lineup. The long reach, now the strength. Oh, maybe that's a heck of a play.
Well, we talked about the Rangers' top line right at the top needing to produce, and they did. Barnaby gets his 9th from Holik and Lindros at 12:21. Rangers have the 1-0 lead. Just under 6 minutes to go, first period. Good play by Malakoff to keep it in the zone. Dvorak pinned along the boards by Pekka. Nedved in. Martinek takes it away and able to clear the zone. Malakoff with Parrish. Mironov pressured by Bates. And Nedved's got the puck. Malakoff ahead for Dvorak off his skates. Comes to Bates and taken away by Samuelson. He waits and shoots. Saved by Osgood. Nice move by Samuelson. And then a hit by Samuelson on Janssen. That was away from the puck. Nedved in front. Mironov scores! What a play by Nedved to Mironov. And it's 2-0 Rangers.
Wow. Against the Pekka line. Samuelson made some play outside the blue line, got the shot, and then there was a rebound. There's the Bates turnover. Nice little toe drag and shot. Now the Rangers have to recover the puck. Samuelson nailed Janssen. Malakoff, who twice during his shift kept the puck in at the blue line. And look at Nedved's backhand pass. Mironov got down low, below the winger, behind the defenseman. And I'll tell you, Sam, what a backhand pass. Beautiful backhand pass by Peter Nedved to hit Mironov, and the Rangers have a 2-0 lead. And Scatchard's back now playing the Holik line. That'll be a matchup for a while, I think, now. No more Yashin, I don't think, against the big line of the Rangers.
Mironov's first goal as a New York Ranger gives them a 2-0 lead.
Another look at the play by the Rangers. Samuelson, he was involved, took the shot, took the body. The Rangers recovered the puck, and then a gorgeous backhand pass by Peter Nedved to set up the tap-in goal. I mean, gorgeous by Mironov. That's his 4th goal of the season.
Back to the live action. Here's Barnaby firing across Lindros, and it was deflected by Scatchard.
For Mironov, Sam, that's his first as a Ranger.
Mironov's 4th of the season. Nedved and Samuelson assisting at 14:45. Samuelson with points in 2 straight games, and that's a good sign. He'd gone a long stretch without producing offensively. Lindros lifting it in. Sven Butenschon back to get it. And a whistle penalty on Blake. He pulled down Lindros. He hooked him.
Boy, Blake's been in the penalty box 3 times. Twice to put his team down a man. Once he went with Pody. It was the Rangers were in a changed line situation. They dumped the puck in. Everybody went to the net except for Lindros. And Blake just tried to hold him up and got a little exuberant and pulled the feet out. As Lindros was leaning left, it doesn't take much of a tug. And these referees have called it tight. And I think they've done a pretty good job both ways. since this thing, almost blew up in the pregame warm-up.
Well, the way Blake has been playing, especially as a penalty killer, Malakoff shot, missed the net, a rocket.
He cracked the glass. The glass has been cracked. That shot was so hard and so heavy, it's the first thing I looked at was the glass.
Nedved's got the puck. It's a big plus for the Rangers to have Blake in the penalty box and off the ice for 6 minutes in the period. Dvorak to Malakoff. Malakoff, Cody, Nedved, Dvorak, and Samuelson to start the power play. Shot by Malakoff. Down goes Bates. He blocked it, and he's hurting.
Well, that's understandable.
Trying to get up. He can't get up. He tried to get up. He couldn't get up.
Malakoff took 2 shots. The first one, he broke the glass. They're now going to have to repair it. And on the second one, Bates got in the way. And he's now up trying to get to the bench. That was, folks, I don't think people understand how hard he shoots the puck. And if he'd ever hit the net, he'd have a ton more goals. Here's the second one, the one that hit Bates. Oh, Bates was turned and took it off the outside of the right ankle. Oh, you can feel that up here. There's going to be a delay now as they're going to have to repair the glass in behind the net where Malakoff missed the net.
I think he'll be using some ice.
Yeah, you can see it right in there.
There's the break.
As soon as Malakoff took that shot, you heard it hit the glass. It was a big, heavy, and a goaltender says, oh, thankfully it missed the net.
All right, so here are the Rangers, just like Sunday night, John, a 2-0 lead. Sunday night, in the second period, they let the Flyers come back in the game. So it's a big point for them.
Ken Hitchcock pushed the Flyers during the first intermission. Peter Laviolette may do the same here with his team, but the Rangers also fell asleep, and now they better have learned their lesson. Here's the shot that Malakoff missed the net with. Smack. Big fracture. You see the fans there pointing at the glass.
They're kind of brave back there. Nobody ducked.
You know
that
what?
puck was coming at me. I would have ducked. Well, I want to let everybody know that on Monday, February 10th, Eric Lindros and the Rangers get together at the Garden for the first annual Celebrity Mini Golf Classic. It's presented by Oppenheimer Funds and Norelco. Proceeds benefit the Cheering for Children Foundation and the Children's Miracle Network. Enjoy 18 holes of mini golf, auctions, prizes, and more. To purchase tickets, call 212-465-5871. It should be a fun night for a great cause.
Yeah, Eric's a good guy when you get to know him. You were telling me something that I found very interesting. Boy, they've already fixed the glass. How about that? Good job by the gang.
Sir.
You were telling me something interesting about Rod Brindamore before the game.
Rod Brindamore's out indefinitely, John, and Carolina's hurting. They haven't won. They've been in a real deep slump, and Brindamore's got a hand injury. I believe he had surgery on it, and he's out indefinitely.
Boy, does that
really
hurt
hurts
them.
Carolina's chances.
Oh, boy.
That is the team that went to the Stanley Cup Finals last season. Right now, they are out of the playoff picture.
Last little repair to the glass, and here we go. The Rangers still on the power play. 1:28 to go on the minor to Blake. And you're right, Blake has really been the coach was telling you today, one of the most valuable players on their team all year.
All season long.
And he sits in the penalty box for 6 minutes in the first period.
Malakoff made a great grab, like a first baseman, grabbing the puck and not allowing it to go down the ice. Messier, Holik, and Lindros, Malakoff, and Cody, and the Rangers are offside.
Kenny Janssen broke that up. Janssen made a nice play. Interesting, the Islanders have had to work without a coin. Their defenseman, fine defenseman, who plays around 30 minutes a game. And people like Janssen and Hammerlick, they've all had 3 or 4 extra minutes per game added to their game. And that was a nice play where he held the line, didn't allow the Rangers to get deep.
Cody fires in off the stick of Osgood. Johnson blocked it back. Messier knocks it down with a high stick, and the faceoff comes out of the zone.
Don Van Massenhoven right on top of it, not only out of the zone, because
all the way down.
On the power play, it comes all the way down to the Rangers zone.
Islanders are out shooting the Rangers 9-8, but the Rangers lead 2-0. Brian Trottier and the Rangers start the game focused again.
Except for that one shift where they didn't have enough players on the ice. That was strange. Trottier was drafted number 22, Sam, in the 74 draft, which was a second round. Clark Gillies went number 4 overall in the first round that season.
And they're both in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, boy, both terrific players. By the way, the Rangers that season drafted Don Maloney, number 14. And Ron Greshner was added to the draft.
Not bad picks.
Yeah.
Nedved. Cody back to Nedved. Holik's in front. Nedved looking. It was blocked. And LaPointe able to clear. Good penalty killing thus far by the Islanders in the game. This is the Rangers' second power play. Cody. Lindros. Commander goes to him. Pass across. Blocked by Pekka, who was falling down. And Bates able to clear it all the way down.
You work so hard on your power play to work it into the zone and get set up, and you can't force a pass. You can't throw a blind pass.
SCA skating better than he did Sunday night. In deep against Janssen. Around for Dvorak, tipped away. Cross, shoots, kicked away by Osgood. Nedved, here's the shot wide, missed by Dvorak. He had space. Messier and Osgood were tangled up, and Osgood kind of dumped Messier down the ice. Power play is over.
Sam, was that another nice pass by Peter Nedved?
Excellent.
He set up Dvorak. I don't know if the puck was rolling. The power play is expired, and Dvorak could have given his team a 3-0 lead. It was a gorgeous pass. The puck here was swatted around by Tamander, but kept in. Now watch Nedved here on the rebound. You think shot? No, pass. And I don't know if the puck was rolling to Dvorak or not. Yeah, it was. And Messier, you could see, was tied up with a defenseman all over Osgood. I think the puck was rolling for Dvorak, and he couldn't shoot the puck clean.
Puck to Kasparaitis off the faceoff. McCarthy and Cairns. Around the boards, Commander.
McCarthy has kept his head.
Centered for McCarthy, and he hits the crossbar. Corey Cross to McCarthy against Cairns. Now it's Yashin and Donato. Yashin able to move it to Tamander. Tamander lifts it out of the zone. Down the ice, race for the puck. Kasparaitis and Kavasha. Kavasha, oh, I thought Kavasha got there.
So did I.
They thought he negated the icing. They call it icing.
We both could be wrong, but I thought so too. He was back there with Corey Cross. Two long, tall guys with long reaches. McCarthy made some quick move. Backhand, forehand, snapped the puck off the outside of the right goal post. That was a terrific shot. Now who gets to the puck first?
It's tough to tell.
Linesman.
Face-off win taken by Barnaby. He lost it. And back the other way is Butenschon. Off the boards to Blake. Blake checked by Mironov. Scatchard against Barnaby. Blake swings it to Weimer.
This is why you were talking about this line, Sam. Against the whole league line. They want a forecheck.
Fans react as Mironov played hard against Blake. Knocked him down. Helmet came off. Stick is out of his hands. And Mironov roughed him up and nothing was called. Olik going for the puck. 1 minute to go in the first. Rangers leading 2-0. Puck touched with a high stick by Hammerlick. And it's whistled for an offside.
Blake's really upset. The referee threw him his helmet, and he's still glaring at the referee for no call. Right in here, Blake goes for the puck. Mironov reaches up, slams him down. There, he'll rip his helmet off. Right here. It's been a tough first period for Blake. He's had a rough go. Now he's trying to play soccer with the puck, and he sits at the bench, and he's just seething right now.
I mean, Mironov was all over him, John. Bit of a mugging.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Kenny Janssen's got the puck. 45 seconds to go first period. Stan Fischler coming up between periods. Darius Kasparaitis will join him in the studio. Good to have Stan with us. Dvorak. Samuelson left. Drop to Bouchard. Save Osgood. The rebound went off Pekka into Osgood. And Osgood able to make the save and stop play.
Thinking about that Blake Mironov thing, the only thing missing there was the ransom note after that mugging. And the Rangers are driving to the net. You'll see the original shot here. There is a rebound. Bouchard joins the play. Good save by Osgood, and Osgood sharp because as Pekka was covering his man up, driving to the net, you'll see the puck go off Pekka's right skate. Right in there. And Osgood sharp to hang on. 28.4 seconds to go in the period, and we're seeing a lot of Scatchard on Holik.
Yes, Holik wins the draw. Cody plays it deep for Lindros. Lindros played it off the boards against Hammerlick. Barnaby to Lindros and around to Barnaby. Back for Lindros. Hammerlick picks him up. Knocked away. Shot by Holik. Saved by Osgood. Oh, the Rangers line working very well. Up the boards. Here comes Weimer. Weimer with a lead for Blake. Final seconds of the period. And the period comes to an end. It's a 2-0 Rangers lead.
Here we go.
End of one.
Scatchard and Holik got at each other, and the door was open to the Rangers walkway, and that could have been dangerous. You don't want anything foolisher. Boys, this heated up.
And we have a guest change. Matthew Barnaby, who scored the first goal of the game, will go into the studio and join Stan, and we thank him for that. That should be interesting.
The Rangers were outshot early, ended up outshooting the Islanders 10-9. They were 0 for 2 on the power play, but lead 2-0.
A poised period, I thought, for the Rangers.
Very much so. Dunham made a couple of good saves, but his team was shorthanded. This is the play at the end. Scatchard and Holik. See the door open back there? If somebody falls in there, it's a dangerous situation. But the linesman did a good job, and the cooler heads prevailed. If this thing gets to be really one-sided as the game moves along, oh, baby.
The officials have done a good job to this point. End of 1. Rangers 2, Islanders nothing. We'll be right back. New York Rangers hockey is brought to you in part by the new American Express card, now with rewards built in. By Continental Airlines, work hard, fly right. And by your local Mercury dealer. Good first period for the Rangers. They lead the Islanders 2-0. Let's go to the studio where Stan has Matthew Barnaby. Stan.
Thanks, Sam. It isn't often that a tone can be set in the pregame. It was tonight. What was going on there?
Well, I think it's an emotional game. It's a big game for us and our whole team, so we needed the 2 points. And, I just came across the line. He was standing on our line, Jason Blake, and a little across it, and I kind of bumped into him, and things seemed to escalate from there.
Now, we're going to take a look at it. Tell me how much of this was planned.
Nothing. I just came across, and like I said, I think he saw me coming. He put his body right on our side of the line. I didn't cross over, and ended up bumping into him. And then, things start from there. But, it's an emotional game. Both sides really need this game, and things happen for a reason.
Well, let me tell you something. You're known for a lot of things, but your scoring has become actually, it's been exquisite from the Ranger viewpoint. Tell me what you're thinking here.
Well, I missed one on the first shift of the game. I kind of shanked a wedge, and Ozzy, I was just coming down. I was thinking shoot. Eric told me to shoot all day long, all this morning, and he kind of gave me the glove, and unfortunately I was able to beat him on it.
And Matthew, Professor Fischler has something to tell you. Have you guys learned your lesson from the Flyer game up to at the end of 1? What about it?
Oh, we definitely do. I think we just got to keep things simple. We got to get the puck deep, and we'll be successful. We took it easy in the second and third, and it bit us. So we got to make sure we keep things simple, and we'll be okay.
Thanks very much, Matthew.
Thanks, Stan. Thank you.
Professor will be watching. And now we're going to go to the desk. Kurt Menefee, Rangers leading 2-0.
End of the first period. Rangers leading the Islanders 2-0 out there at the Coliseum after period number 1. I'm Kurt Menefee with you at the MSG Sports Desk. Many of my cohorts, however, are out in sunny San Diego, where today was media day at the Super Bowl. Thousands of journalists descended and very few rose above. We'll have a complete wrap-up of that coming up for you tonight on the MSG Sports Desk. Now, you would think that Jets head coach Herman Edwards has a rooting interest in Sunday's game, having spent 5 years as a defensive coach with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers before taking the Jets job. He might, but you'd never know it from what he revealed to our Anthony Fucilli.
I think from a pure standpoint, you're looking at one team with a heck of an offense, another team with a heck of a defense, and they're playing in San Diego in the Super Bowl, and I think it'll be great. Obviously, someone will have to tell me what happened in the game because I won't know the score until I see it on television because it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Why won't you watch?
I've never watched Super Bowl.
Why?
I've only played in one. That's the only one I was involved in.
And after that day, you decided you're not going to watch until you coach him.
Or play. And I can't play anymore, so I got to wait to coach in it now, obviously, yeah.
The complete interview coming up on the desk tonight after the game. Back with more in just a moment. Be sure to join John Giannone and me for the full edition of the MSG Sports Desk. Right after the game, we'll have all these stories and more. But now, get ready for period number 2 between the Rangers and Isles.
Welcome back to the Nassau Coliseum. Sam, JD, and Stan. The highlights are brought to you by Adecco, the employment people. A strange start to the game, John.
Yeah, there's only 4 Ranger skaters plus the goalie. There should be 5. And the Islanders, who are not on a power play, look like they are, get the shot, and Dunham makes a nice save. Dwyer didn't realize he was supposed to be on the ice. It didn't hurt the Rangers, but it could have.
And now Dunham made some great saves.
This was a 4-on-3 power play. Yashin with a good shot. That was the only shot that Yashin had in the period, and then he makes a nice pass to Hammerlick. and Dunham moves across. Dunham very steady in the first period as the Islanders had 9 shots. The Rangers had 10. This was one of them. Holik to Barnaby. Top corner off the crossbar. That gave the Rangers the lead. Here's the second goal. Dogged determination by Nedved's line with Samuelsson and Dvorak. And what a pass by Nedved as Mironov sneaks down low, taps it in on that backhand pass. The Rangers won 20 of 30 faceoffs. 20 of 30 in the first period.
No sleeping for the Rangers. That's the motto. New York Rangers hockey is brought to you in part by AIG Insurance, financial services, and the freedom to dare. By Dodge, grab life by the horns, Dodge. And by the power of you, your advisor, and Dreyfus. To learn more, call your financial advisor. Sam, JD, and Stan at the Nassau Coliseum, where the Rangers and Islanders have made their way out of their respective locker rooms. First period scoring summary brought to you by BMW. Matthew Barnaby with his 9th. Holik and Lindros assisting. Barnaby, Holik, Lindros line 34 points in the last 12 games. Mironov first as a New York Ranger from Nedved and Samuelsson at 14:45. Rangers 0 for 2 on the power play. Islanders 0 for 1. And the Rangers with an edge in hits. Time for trivia. Brought to you by Nissan, named the only player who was a teammate of Bryan Trottier with both the Islanders and the Penguins. Stan, what do you think? Good question?
That's a great question. I wish Al Trautwig was here.
I know.
Al will get your points if you get it right, Stan. I have a feeling you're going to get it right.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
you know history. Nobody knows history better than you.
we'll find out.
The heat's on, Stan. Guess who starts opposite Bobby Holik?
Scatchard.
Yes.
Natural.
I don't think we'll see Yashin match up against him.
You're right about that. Mironov and Malakoff with Holik, Lindros, and Barnaby. Lindros went down in center. Weimer, Scatchard, and Blake with Hammerlick and Butenschon for the Islanders. Hammerlick. Now Scatchard. Lead to Blake. Scatchard goes to the net. Tips it and is saved by Dunham.
That was a nice play all the way up the ice, wasn't it? Scatchard's got some attitude here to start the second period.
Here's Barnaby. Breaking in. Barnaby scores!
Oh, my.
Matthew Barnaby with a brilliant move. And it's 3-0 Rangers.
Where did he find this move? What a save by Mike Dunham. What a save. The Islanders on a rush play. Watch the give and go. Blake to Scatchard, and it looked like Dunham was out of position, but he threw his left leg out, got the puck with his toe, and look at this. Hammerlick gets beat by Barnaby. He leans, comes back to his forehand. I mean, even to try that move is something else. Look at this.
Lindros been telling him to shoot. Matthew
What a
Barnaby.
move that is. He has 2 goals. The Rangers early in the second period have a 3-0 lead.
So a fast start to the game, to the second period for the Rangers. 38 seconds in, Barnaby gets his second of the game and 10th of the season. Big hit by Pekka on Kasparaitis. Parrish takes the puck.
Rangers need to keep their heads. If they keep their heads, they'll be fine. Pekka with a hard, clean hit. No reaction penalties, or that will just bite you.
You know what's amazing to me, John, is there is no home ice advantage in this series between these two teams.
For 2 or 3 years.
11 of the last 13 games between these two teams has been won by the road team.
And Peter Laviolette told his players at the end of their practice this morning, it's our house. This is the Islanders' house. It's the first game back after a 4-game road trip. They won their last 2 games. Now look at Pekka here move in. He hooked a little bit to make sure Kasparaitis was turning so he wouldn't hit him from behind, and then he nailed him. And Kasparaitis took the hit like a man. When you have a 3-0 lead, you have to keep your wits and not retaliate.
Barnaby from Lindros and Mironov at 38 seconds. So Mironov with a goal and an assist. Lindros with 2 assists.
Even that last face-off, Rangers went with 2 centermen for the defensive zone draw. The coach is not taking any chances, and that's a smart thing. Nedved's gone off. He gets replaced by Dwyer, and we'll see if the Islanders mount a charge.
Bodie fires around. Dwyer with a good pass to Messier. Messier tried to get it through to Lundmark, but Cairns broke it up. Cairns puts it in the Ranger zone. Bouchard with Asham on him. Good hit by Asham. Rangers turned it over. Yashin against Messier. Yashin goes down, trying to draw a penalty, stays with the puck. Now it's Kabasha, knocked away. Yashin still tied up with Bouchard. Lundmark. Asham takes it away. Now it's Yashin, knocked away. Good play by Bouchard. Rangers come out. Lundmark to Messier. 4-man rush. 4-on-3 across. Too far for Lundmark. Gets to the puck. Cairns gets to him.
It was an odd man rush again by the Rangers. And you wonder if the Islanders are going to force the issue down by 3 goals. It may cost them some odd man rushes against.
Yashin was surrounded by 4 Rangers who broke it up. Here's a lead for Barnaby. And he missed the net. Big drive. Barnaby has been listening to the advice of Lindros. Barnaby finds Malakoff. Saved by Osgood. Lindros fires off of Osgood's arm and into the crowd it goes.
Maybe even off the helmet of Osgood. Matthew Barnaby's everywhere. He's either getting a shot or he's making a play. He just fed Malakoff, who went right down the seam with an unbelievable play. Yashin got surrounded. Turnover. Traps 2 Islanders. The others are changing. And there's the shot that went off of Osgood, and then Barnaby went and got the puck. Look what he does with it. Malakoff down the middle, and Osgood makes the save, or it would have been 4-0. Matthew Barnaby's playing like an all-star.
I don't know if he can play any better than this, John. This is just a brilliant performance, and he has a hit on Hammerlich behind the play.
A few seasons ago, he had a great playoff for the Buffalo Sabres, showing that he could score. But I've never seen him make plays like this.
Pass for Weimer, couldn't tee off a shot. Malakoff rode him down. He had a hat trick on Mother's Day against Montreal in Buffalo in the playoffs. And the puck taken away by Mironov. Lindros dropped it off in deep. Holik centers. Barnaby off his thing. It looks like they're looking for Barnaby.
Well, when you're in the right position, you get open, Sam.
Holik forced back, gets a shot off. It was blocked by Hammerlich, deflected on goal, and stopped by Osgood.
3.5 minutes into the second period, but the Islanders can't stop this line. The Yashin line gave up a goal to Holik's line, and then the Scatcherd line gave up a goal to this line. And then they had the breakaway as Malakoff was stopped, and here they have some more chances. So the Islanders are having a ton of trouble with Barnaby, Holik, and Lindros. And a lot of times it's been Mironov and Malakoff, the defense pairing with them. Here's a 4th line matchup by the Rangers matching up against Pekka. Pekka's had a rough game on draws.
Shot by Kasparaitis, blocked in the crowd in front. Moved out by Bates.
Pekka lost that draw, Sam. In the first period, he was 3-8, which is really low for him.
That's right. Bates in the corner cross, shoved by Parrish. Cross takes down Bates, and the puck out of the zone. Cairns intercepted by Donato. And Corey Cross has it knocked away by Pekka. Pekka trying to draw a penalty, grabbed onto Cross's stick. Taken back by Timander for the Islanders.
Islanders 4-game road trip. The centerman Pekka went 54-42 on draws.
Bates with a backhander, kicked away at the side of the net by Dunham. Then he covers up with Parrish right there.
54-42 on the road. Almost 100 faceoffs for Pekka during the 4-game road trip. That's pretty good stuff, but not so good here. McCarthy, we wondered if he and Cairns would get after each other after the warm-up battle they had. They waved sticks at each other. Everything but fight. And then here, since the game has started, McCarthy's just played hockey, as has Eric Cairns.
Face-off win by the Islanders. Shot by Janssen, blocked. It hit Cody. Yashin against Bouchard. So now it's Yashin's line against Nedved. Martinek try to wind it in, and it's cleared out by Samuelson. This is Matthew Barnaby's 6th career 2-goal game. He's never had a regular season hat trick. He had one in the 1998 playoffs. Martinek's pass blocked by Bouchard. Out to Dvorak. Racing in. Janssen gets over. Big drive. Save Osgood. As Dvorak just tried to blast it by Osgood. Lead to Weinhandel. And he's hit by Bouchard. Bouchard's had a strong game. He's been very physical. Weinhandel shoots wide. Hammerlich. Back behind the net.
This is the Islander line that blew the Rangers apart in the 3rd period of the game earlier at Madison Square Garden. Weinhandel, Isbister, and Yashin. And Peter Laviolette has now put them together to try and get their team revived here.
Nice job by Hammerlich. Kept the puck in. Stuff in. Try by Yashin. Denied. Oh, what a save by Dunham.
Dunham made the jam save on the right side, then got down with his left hand on the other side, the near side, and made 2 saves. Again, that game at Madison Square Garden was close into the third, and Weinhendel and Yashin and Isbister went crazy, and they knocked the Rangers off. The score was 3-1. Now Yashin will get up here, get the puck, and drive to the net with it. Watch this. Save right here, and then another one right there with a left arm. Yashin played tough off the backboards, and the line looked good, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Peter Laviolette switching things up.
Scatchard wins the draw. Weimer stopped by Malakoff, and Holik leads Barnaby out of the zone. Dumps it in. Osgood goes to play it. Holik takes it back. Centers all the way through, and Weimer plays it for the Islanders. 5:40 gone by second period. Rangers a 3-0 lead. Hammerlich in deep. Plays it behind the net to Weimer. He's checked there by Malakoff. Up the boards. Lindros chipped it up into the crowd as he was bumped by Hammerlich, and play stops. Budweiser salutes America's designated drivers. We all make a difference. Rangers will play their next game on Thursday night in Nashville before coming home Saturday afternoon against Atlanta.
And when we have a chance, we should wish Joe McMahon all the best.
Oh, yes.
He and his wife lost their son a couple of months ago. We have a power play coming up against the Rangers for the Islanders off the draw.
Gordy Dwyer goes for tripping. There's the Islanders.
Yeah,
equipment trainer.
He and his wife really going through a rough time. They lost their young son. And he said when they were in Washington, Michael Jordan called him and had a long talk with him about everything. Michael saying how he had lost his father and wished his family all the best. And for some very good friends of mine in Westchester County, we'll take a look on the near side. There's Dwyer taking the penalty. The Fisher family in Westchester County lost their 12-year-old son this week. A marvelous boy, 12 years old. Sam talked 4 different languages, and they lost their son. We would like to really, friends of mine, wish the Fisher family all the best in what is a very, very rough time. Ron Greshner came up to help them out, and a terrible thing, but for Steve and his family, carry on and good luck.
Amen to that, John. Islanders power play, their second of the game. Dwyer for tripping at 5:58. Dunham had trouble. He was looking up ice, looking to play the puck, and he left the puck behind him. Hammerlich bumped it ahead. Samuelson tried to clear. Pekka got knocked
nailed down
and
from behind.
Fell into the boards, and now the whistle stops play. Pekka's still down. Check it up.
He's had a bad knee, and he's had a bad shoulder. Hammerlich knocked the puck down with his hand, pushing it forward. I thought it was going to be a hand pass, and then as Pekka went to get it, he got shoved from behind, and he may have been 2 or 3 feet off the boards when he got jammed in. And you wonder I don't know what the problem is, but he has had problem with the knee, and he's had problems with his shoulder. Surgery with both during the offseason. Now that's Yashin. There's Pekka, and you can see how he's shoved from behind by Mironov. Mironov had his right arm over top of Pekka's left shoulder and then jammed down and in. Pekka's up, skates to the bench on his own, seems to be okay, and the Islanders continue on the power play.
Mironov has played a nasty game, John. Very nasty.
Ooh, that was head first. That was a forehead and the helmet right into the boards. Boris Mironov's a horse. I'm telling you, Sam, when the Rangers got him, everybody questioned it. When he plays to his game, he could be a top defenseman, a big, strong horse who can handle a lot of minutes.
Big drive by Martinek. He broke the glass.
Yes,
so
he did.
Just the way Malakoff did in the first period, this is a couple of panes over. The drive by Martinek cracks the glass, and we'll have another stoppage of play here for replacement.
What this does for the Islanders with 1:03 to go on the power play, if they want, they can change to get Yashin back on the ice. This will give their whole power play a great rest to put whoever they want on the ice. This will have to be changed because of the dangerous nature of the glass. Shot actually high and wide. Split. You have to be ready for face-offs. 18 seconds. Look at this. Now the Rangers, that's the linesman doing his job. 18 seconds. And the linesman is supposed to drop the puck. That was the Rangers. Peter Nedved not being alert.
We'll step out for a moment. Islanders are on the power play. 13:05 to go, second period. We are set to resume. Islanders 103 remaining on their power play. No changes. Scatchard, Winehandle, and Blake, Martinek, and Bates.
There was
Four
a change.
forwards. I'm sorry.
You know, there was a change. Nedved hustled to the faceoff dot before the puck was dropped.
Nedved on with Dvorak, Cross, and Kasparaitis. Winehandle was hooked from behind by Nedved, slowed him down, forced a turnover. Cross clears. Osgood leads it for Martinek. Rangers with a 3-0 lead, 12.5 to go, second period. And they have not sat back. They've maintained their intensity to this point. Cross with a good hit on Kavasha. Asham was hit by Kasparaitis. Yashin fires from a sharp angle, missed the net. All the way out to Martinek. Across to Bates. Deflected by Samuelson. Kavasha in the corner against Cross. Now it's Yashin. Kavasha met by Kasparaitis. Asham plays it back to Yashin. Power play is over. Kavasha stopped by Cross. Yashin's pass tipped away by Dwyer. Dwyer bowls over Donato. And the puck's behind the Ranger net to Kavasha. Shot by Martinek. Blocked. Deflected and got through to Dunham for a save.
Yeah, I think that went off Kasparaitis. Back against the grain and it hit Dunham's left side.
Dwyer with a hit on Hammerlick. Back the other way, Martinek gave it up to Holik. Islanders 0 for 2 on the power play in the game. Bouchard, nice lead. Holik in, drop to Barnaby. He shoots and it's blocked. Barnaby looking to shoot. All the way back. Cody fires it off the boards and out.
I don't think earlier in the season he had confidence to shoot. Right now he's got a lot of confidence.
Barnaby with the puck. And he shoots again. A save by Osgood. And Lindros driving to the net looking for a rebound.
Barnaby's going to have to find a whirlpool tomorrow. His arms are going to be tired. This is the shot that deflected. Yes. That went off Kasparaitis into the left hip of Mike Dunham. That was one of those ones the goaltender says, "Ooh, that was close." And here you see Barnaby, Holik to Barnaby, and that shot was blocked nicely in front.
Martinek with the block. 11 minutes to go in the second period. Puck chipped off the boards, picked up by Isbister, one-on-one against Pody. Pody knocked it away. Isbister. Pody stays with him. Isbister picked up by Holik. Puck to Michael Pekka. Pekka behind the net, tries to get out in front, denied by Pody. On goal, it's stopped by Dunham. Barnaby carries it out. Lindros to the right. Down the boards. Hammerlick takes it back. Isbister gave it up to Lindros. He's met by Hammerlick. Samuelson's got the puck. Winds and fires wide. Around the boards. Malakoff shoots wide. Comes to Nedved. Long shift for Lindros. Blocked by Hammerlick. Samuelson's got the puck. Samuelson's pass deflected. Shot by Mironoff's a save. He didn't get a good shot off. Osgood holds on with 10:13 to go in the second period.
Isbister was on the left side in place of Bates with Pekka and Parrish for that shift, as Peter Laviolette, the Islander coach, is just trying to find something that'll work. And here you see Osgood not allowing a rebound. The big kid, Boutenchon, does a nice job. Now watch here. Holik and Isbister, they really get wrapped up. And they stay there for a while until the linesman comes in and does a good job separating them.
Martinek moves it out. It was missed by Mironoff. Then Scatcher gets taken down. He wrapped up Malakoff, and they both went down. Scatcher without a stick. Nedved trying to play the puck. Nedved with Blake on him, able to clear the zone. Past the midway point of the second. Rangers with a 3-0 lead. Islanders are offside.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Scatchard and Malakoff. Malakoff with the stick. Yeah, well, there's Malakoff. I'm sorry. Scatchard actually pulled Malakoff down on top of him.
Yeah. Started with Mironoff.
Mironoff, yeah, it was Mironoff and then Malakoff.
Cairns moves it to Winehandle. Moving in deep, LaPointe, gloved at the side of the net by Dunham, and he holds on.
With the Rangers having a very solid face-off game, they don't mind draws in their own zone, and at least I think that's what Dunham's doing to slow things down when the puck's deep in their zone.
Upcoming schedule brought to you by North Fork Bank. Thursday, Rangers in Nashville, 8 o'clock start on MSG. Saturday afternoon, Rangers home against the Thrashers at 1 o'clock on MSG. Sunday afternoon, Super Bowl Sunday, Rangers in Washington, 1 o'clock start on MSG. All games preceded by Geico Rangers game night.
And Messier won the draw. Here's a question for you, Sam.
Yes, sir.
Who plays goal in Nashville? Oh, Mike Dunham or Danny Blackburn? Dunham going back to the franchise he was traded away from.
After tonight, thus far, if this holds up the way he's playing, it's got to be Mike Dunham.
Mike said he's going to go back. He'll go to his house, which he has sold, but he still, hasn't been taken care of completely. Dan Blackburn sitting over in the runway.
Maybe he gets one of the weekend games.
Yeah, possibly. Mike said he was going to at least get some clean clothes. Most of his clothes are still in Nashville.
Well, his wife and family will be joining him fairly soon once the closing is done on the house. Asham for Yashin.
They're expecting. That's right. The Dunhams, who spend their summer in Cape Cod.
John, I heard something I couldn't believe today on the radio. Someone called Mike Dunham a mediocre goaltender, and I nearly drove off the road. I'm telling you, how do you...
The lawsuit. I mean, why? Let's sue the radio station. Sam drove off the road.
This is a guy who has played on the U.S. Olympic team. He played for an expansion team and played very well. He made them respectable with his goaltending. Now he's come here in one game.
And he's even been better than I thought he was going to be. I think he's been terrific.
Cairns with a shot, saved by Dunham, and he holds on.
No, he's much better. You know, Glenn Sather made the deal. And if you look at Glenn Sather's record with goaltenders, Andy Moog and Grant Fuhr in Edmonton, Curtis Joseph in Edmonton, Bill Ranford in Edmonton, Tommy Salo in Edmonton. Now he makes a deal for Dunham. That's a pretty good resume. He starts to add up.
And in a situation where the Rangers needed it, Dan Blackburn had done a nice job, but he's 19 years old.
He was overworked.
They needed an experienced guy, quality goaltender.
And
they got him.
And calm. How about the power play the Islanders had in the first period where he made the save off Yashin and then Hammerlick? Those were calm goaltending saves. Your team feeds off calmness. Gar Snow, by the way, the backup tonight for the Islanders, he and Dunham were partners in the Olympics.
University
and in college,
Sure. Giveaway, Parrish with a backhander. Dunham makes the save and covers the puck and stops play.
It was a sneaky shot. Not a hard backhander by Parrish, but I thought he was going to make a pass back into the slot in front of Dunham. Instead, he took the backhand to the short side, and Dunham didn't lean, leaving the short side open. Good pressure by Bates, and there's the backhand shot. And see how calm he is? Very calm. He's been good in tight in this period, especially when Yashin had the two chances.
Rangers with a 3-0 lead.
Sam Rosen, Sue's radio station. Here's something and drives off the road.
The car was weaving. I had to settle it down. Oh, a big hit by Holik as he knocked down Parrish. Back the other way, Barnaby. All the way around the boards, Lindros. Lindros checked by Pekka. Holik in the corner. Working against Budenschan. Holik using the body. Budenschan shoving him. Lindros has the puck. Now Holik with some room. The shot went high. Barnaby chips at it. And it's knocked out of the zone. Malakoff goes to get it. Right back into the Islanders zone. Budenschan stops it. Out for Pekka and off the boards where Mironov had it blocked by Weimer. Mironov clears the zone to Lindros. Lindros lifts it toward the net. Gloved by Osgood, and he holds on with Nedved racing toward the front.
Another quick mention regarding the Dunham deal. Sammy Saint-Laurent, the goalie coach, had a lot to do with that. He knows goaltenders and really recommended Mike Dunham. Look at Holik with the work. Budenschan trying to work him over. Holik's had a very strong physical game. Plus, been a big part of offense. Look at the hit there. He's just so much bigger than others. He drives through people. That was Holik hitting Parrish. I don't remember the last time the Rangers had a big centerman who could run people over like Holik can.
Jason Blake fires, gloved by Dunham, and he holds on with Scatchard cleared to the outside by Bouchard. 7:23 to go in the second. Rangers leading 3-0.
Dvorak and Weimer. Weimer's a powerful guy, very thick-bodied. I've said that plenty of times. And Dvorak doesn't back up. They face each other in battle. Walter Tkachuk was a guy that didn't exactly go running people over, but when you hit him, you felt it. Good block by Pody on that shot.
Scatchard won the face-off. Here's Weimer. Another shot blocked by Bouchard. Giveaway. Shot by Martinek. Save. Rebound. Another save by Dunham. Martinek knocked away. Islanders good pressure here. Pass across. Janssen's got the puck. Janssen against Pody toward the net, blocked in front. Good effort in front by Bouchard.
How about Dunham's effort? Pretty good average goaltending. He made a couple of saves there. He got knocked down or lost his balance and still found a way to make 2 saves.
Good pass ahead. Yashin moves in. Saved by Dunham, and he covers up. 6:43 to go in the second. The Islanders have picked up the last couple of minutes as they try to break through on the Rangers.
Well, this was their checking line that won a draw. Went to work. Weimer's shot, and there's the play where Dunham got knocked down with Blake in front. 1 save, and then a second save with his right arm. His leg gets caught, but with Blake, and there's a save off the chest, and he chases the puck down there with his right arm. Islanders showing the best stuff they've shown in the game right now.
Cairns. A stop shot by Weinhandel was stopped, and the whistle blew as the referee, Don Van Massenhoven, lost sight of the puck.
And he apologizes to the players. He pointed to himself saying it was my fault. The puck, Dunham reached behind as he was down in his butterfly. He thought he had the puck, but the puck actually was well behind the goal line, away from the net. Look at the Islanders get traffic around Dunham right now. Weinhandel's there. The referee thinks he has the puck, but it's actually against the boards. And right away, Van Massenhoven pointed to himself saying, my mistake.
Rangers got a break on that one. The puck down to the Islanders zone. Cairns pressured by Messier.
These referees have been pretty good considering the powder keg we had looking at us. And they still may have a lot of work ahead of them.
Ted Donato getting playing time on Messier's line instead of Gordy Dwyer. Donato on with Lundmark and Messier, and the Rangers with things settling down. The Rangers with a 3-goal lead and not anticipating all that much physical play here. Abel's Brian Trottier to use Ted Donato on the Messier line. Puck lifted into the crowd. Play stopped with 5:53 to go in the second. Into the first. 5-2.
Goalie change. You what?
Kasparaitis did. Breen tonight at 11 on MSG Network as he looks at the NBA. He's got in-depth conversations with the NBA's biggest names. Up close look at the Knicks. It's presented by Foot Locker. It's at 11 o'clock tonight. And if it's as good as JD on ice, it's a good show.
Well, Mike will do a great job. He knows basketball, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
And a good man on top of it, and great sense of humor.
Openness and honesty of Jeremy Roenick on your show, John. Aronoff plays it deep. Blaming the Europeans for diving. Olik.
I think they do a good share of the diving to Europeans, but I think the North Americans aren't bad at it either.
Aronoff icing against the Islanders. 5:22 to go. Now the Islanders are now out shooting the Rangers 23-17. As we mentioned, the last couple of minutes they've picked up their game, but Dunham has been strong in goal.
He's been the best player on the ice the last 5 minutes as Peter Laviolette's team, who now is home starting with this game for 5 of 6. Oh, I'm sorry. They go to Philadelphia and Columbus, and then they come home for 5 of 6. That's what it is. I apologize. They just finished a 4-game trip where the Islanders achieved 5 of 8 points.
And how about the Rangers schedule, John, including this one? 13 of the next 17 games on the road.
Yeah. There'll be a lot of room service, Sam.
Well, there's some stretch. And the pressure is on, but if the Rangers play like this, like the way they did in the first period against Philadelphia for a 60-minute stretch, they'll win a lot of games.
My big question is now, they've played well to this point. This one still has 5 minutes to go in the second period. Long way from over. But you see the emotions. You saw it before the game. You see it during the game. They have to go across to play a team in the West in Nashville who they don't see very often. And Nashville's in the top 10 in the league in goals against. And it's a team that plays in your face. They're a hard team to play against. Will the Rangers have the emotion Thursday night that they seem to have here in this game? That'll be a big question.
Nashville's leading Vancouver 1-0 in the first period. Cairns Winds up, drives it in. All the way around it goes. Blake hit by Bouchard. Bouchard gets loose, gets to the puck. Cairns was pinching in. Nedved and Fata 2-on-1. Tamander back. Nedved for Fata, who's broken up by Tamander. Banked off the back of the net. Blake works it up the boards. Bouchard plays it ahead. Back to get it is Blake. Blake hustled back on that 2-on-1 break by the Rangers. Here's Bouchard, who has skated very well tonight, played very physical, and he's not a big man, but he's played a physical game in his own zone. Bouchard, good rush, and just missed the net with a shot. Samuelsson with a setup, comes out to the point, shot by Kasparaitis, save, rebound cleared away, and Weinhandel able to clear the zone. Cross, just under 4 minutes to go in the second period.
Rangers have put Samuelsson on the Messier line. And they had Fata on the Nedved line.
Martinek took it away. Isbister shoots, and it's blocked by Kasparaitis. Removes the puck and avoids the hit attempt of Weinhandel.
Darius Kasparaitis lives here on Long Island. He's never left the island since he was started his many years ago his career here on the island.
Sent in and gloved by Dunham, and he holds on. 3:25 to go. This New York Rangers moment is brought to you by Mohegan Sun. Well, how about the return of Brian Trottier to Nassau Coliseum? Oh, John, do you remember that one?
Yeah, I do. It was a playoff game. It was a horrible goal. That was 79. That was a horrible goal.
Bossy, Trottier.
That was a good goal. That was a nice goal. That first one was brutal.
I can't believe our guys.
Another guy.
That stat.
Another guy
on the Rangers.
Another guy I helped put in the Hall of Fame, huh?
What a good guy you are.
Bobby Holik will go. Pekka got pulled down, and the Islanders, with 3:16 to go in the second period, have a tripping call to work with to try and get on the scoreboard. Holik in. You can see Pekka. Holik pulled his feet. Pekka was in the right position. He had the inside position. He's going to head to the net. Remember the stick.
Remember, it was a power play goal by the Flyers that got them back into the game on Sunday night, midway in the second period. This is late second period. Face-off win by Nedved. Malakoff drives it out. Holik for tripping at 16:44. Islanders' third power play of the game. Parrish had trouble with Donato. Donato and Nedved on with Malakoff and Mironov. Hammerlick on the puck for the Islanders. Hammerlick, Janssen, Parrish, Pekka, and Yashin for the power play, and a clear by the Rangers. 2:45 to go second period. Rangers a 3-0 lead. 2 goals by Matthew Barnaby. Driven around the boards. Janssen stops it. Mironov has the other goal for the Rangers. Mark Parrish out to Hammerlick. Now Janssen, Nedved out there. Yashin.
This is the setup the Islanders want.
Yashin to Janssen for the shot. Save. Dunham got a piece with a screen from Parrish in front. Parrish taken down by Malakoff.
Oh, he speared him in the back of the leg.
Nothing called. Lucky.
It was Parrish who knocked Malakoff down before.
And Parrish and Malakoff
both going to go.
And
they're both going to go.
Yes.
That was some battle. That started in front of the net. They both got after each other. Both could have had double minors, but they'll get 2 minutes apiece. It'll open up the ice a little bit. 48 seconds to go on the minor to Holik. There's Parrish in front. Malakoff will get him there. And then Parrish right in there gets Malakoff. Now watch the stick to the leg, behind the leg. There's 2-1. Yeah. And they're going to have some words yet. Head up ice. There's one. 3-2. And then the referee says, okay, that's enough. I'll let you guys go for a while. Wow. I'm going to give you some penalties.
There were some fouls there.
So that was 4-3 Malakoff, was it?
I thought so, yes. That's right. 1-1 at the end.
I saw you with your fingers out keeping track.
Malakoff 2 for slashing, Parrish 2 for roughing at 17:57. It remains a 5-on-4 power play advantage. 25 seconds to go in the Islander power play. Blake looking. Kasparaitis is there. Kasparaitis and Cross. Messier and Samuelsson for the Rangers. Blake past Asham. Martinek chips it ahead, and it's driven out by Kasparaitis.
To me, when you want more scoring in the game, instead of keeping a 5-on-4, 2 men go to the box, why shouldn't it become a 4-on-3? Open up the ice a little bit.
Makes sense.
4-on-3.
Offside Islanders. All you have to do is call your friends in high places.
Oh, no. They get tired of listening to me. But I just say, I've talked to Mark Messier about it and others. They said, listen, they want more scoring. Here's an easy way to do it without changing the game, without making, different rules.
Right.
Just drop it. If it's 5-on-4 and each team takes a penalty like we just saw, make it a 4-on-3.
I agree.
And I think Kenny Holland, the general manager and a good one in Detroit, told me, he said, why should you have a half-inch curvature rule on blades? If you want to have a full-inch curve, have a full-inch curve. Who cares? The goaltenders can't get hurt. The old days it used to, and he was a goalie. The old days you had concern about goalies getting hurt, but you can't hurt them now.
Yashin moving in. Teams are back at full strength. Islanders 0 for 3 on the power play.
Actually,
Isbister got taken down and whacks Bouchard. Bouchard clears it
I'll
out.
take some of that back. Mike Richter got hurt with a fractured skull and the slap shot to the face. But for the most part, goalies don't get hurt.
Lindros played it toward the net, looking for a tip by Barnaby. Barnaby got picked off. Here's Nedved, shooting save by Osgood off the right shoulder. Yashin pressured by Nedved. Hammerlick moves it up the boards, blocked by Bouchard. Barnaby has it back. His pass deflected, brought out by Yashin, and the pass tipped by Pody.
Pody made the play, or Yashin had a breakaway with 12 seconds on the clock. He would have had a breakaway. That was some read by Tom Pody with that long reach.
Osgood holding the puck. Fans, Ranger fans cheering, Islander fans with a smattering of boos. Rangers get the only goal of the period, and at the end of 2, the Ranger lead is 3-0.
The last 10 minutes of the period, it was Mike Dunham's goaltending that was very good. Here's the Nedved high rising wrist shot off the right arm, and a good save there by Chris Osgood. Rangers needed a big play here by Tom Pody, or Kavash has gone on a breakaway. Watch the reach there. Oh baby, he was gone. Good penalty kill that the Rangers needed late in the second period to keep their lead at 3 goals, and they got it.
They did not allow the Islanders back in the game. The Rangers get the only goal. Matthew Barnaby getting his second of the game. It came at 38 seconds. Let's find out the Islanders side of things. Downstairs to Stan with Jason Blake. Stan.
Thanks, Sam. Jason, how do you explain the 2 periods so far?
I just think the biggest key for us is we got to get down low and have a little bit more puck possession. We're chipping it in. We make one little play and turn the puck over, and there they go. And our game, our identity of our hockey team is puck possession and controlling. From the top of the circles down low in the opponent's zone. And right now we're not doing that.
What surprised you so far about the Rangers game?
Well, I mean, we knew nothing really. We knew they were going to come out hard. Obviously, they've been playing as well, but they're starting to pick her up, and we knew they were going to come out hard, and we got 20 minutes to come back.
Now, in terms of the effort and the passion, there was a lot of it in the pregame. It seemed to disappear from your team. Is that am I seeing something wrong or what?
Well, I think the enthusiasm and passion are there. I think the first period we played a little scared. Not good enough to win, but we're playing not to lose. And I think for this period we got to come out and play a little harder and get the puck below the top of the circles and control them down there.
In terms of Dunham, what do you have to do?
Well, I just think we've seen everything, and when a goalie, you can make a goalie look awesome, and he's playing good. But I mean, we got to get in front of him and make it a little tougher for him.
Thanks very much, Jason. Right after this break, we're going to go back to Curt Menefee at the Sports Desk. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
New York Rangers hockey is brought to you in part by Panasonic. Ideas for life. By the New York State Lottery. Win up to $1 million instantly playing Polar Cash Express from the New York Lottery. And by Acura. Experience the performance today at your local Acura dealer. End of 2, Rangers 3, Islanders nothing. An update at the MSG Sports Desk with Curt Menefee is next.
End of period number 2. Rangers with a 3-0 lead out on the island. I'm Curt Menefee here at the MSG Sports Desk. And everyone's formulating their opinion on just who will win Sunday's Super Bowl. But what about Jets coach Herman Edwards, who spent 5 years as an assistant coach with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, of course, before taking the Jets head coaching job?
I think from a pure standpoint, you're looking at one team with a heck of an offense, another team with a heck of a defense, and they're playing in San Diego in the Super Bowl, and I think it'll be great. Obviously, someone will have to tell me what happened in the game because I won't know the score until I see it on television because it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Why won't you watch?
I've never watched Super Bowl.
Why?
I've only played in one. That's the only one I was involved in.
And after that day, you decided you're not going to watch until you coach him.
Or play. And I can't play anymore, so I got to wait to coach in it now, obviously, yeah.
We'll have the entire interview for you coming up on the Sports Desk right after the game. A preview of it coming up right after this. Don't forget, right after the game, we'll have complete highlights and post-game reaction from both the Rangers and Islanders. Media day at the Super Bowl, and Marcus Camby in town as the Nuggets get ready to face the Knicks. But you get ready for the third period.
Sam Rosen, John Davidson, Stan Fischler at Nassau Coliseum, getting ready just before the start of the third period. We'll look at highlights brought to you by Adecco, the employment people.
Big save by Mike Dunham. And on the same shift, the Rangers moved the puck. Matthew Barnaby with a world-class move to beat Chris Osgood. The Rangers had a 3-0 lead. Barnaby's second goal. All three Ranger goals at even strength. Right after that, Barnaby set up, as you see the breakaway by Malakoff, but he got stopped. The Islanders put pressure on Mike Dunham late in the period, and he made some marvelous saves. Steady, calm, marvelous saves. The Islanders started to get a little more traffic in front. Yet still, Mike Dunham made the saves, and he's been 23 for 23 through 2 periods.
We'll be back to start the third period. Rangers with a 3-goal lead right after this. New York Rangers hockey is brought to you in part by BMW. Stop dreaming, start driving. The ultimate driving machine. By Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest. And by Nissan and your Nissan dealer. Sam, JD, and Stan at Nassau Coliseum. Rangers with a 3-0 lead. Second period scoring summary is brought to you by Golf. Matthew Barnaby at 38 seconds, second of the game from Lindros and Mironov. Lindros with 2 assists, Mironov with a goal and an assist. Rangers 13 turnovers, Islanders 19. That is a big number. Neither team has been able to score on the power play, and the Rangers with the edge in hits in the game.
And the Islanders got much better on faceoffs, especially Scatcherd during the second period.
All right, Mr. Fischler, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Here we go. This is the big moment, Stan. We put it all on the line. Nissan trivia quiz. Name the only player who was a teammate of Brian Trottier with both the Islanders and the Penguins. JD.
Gord Dineen.
Stan.
He's the same guy, Gord Dineen. He set up that big goal that Pat LaFontaine scored.
Way to go, Stanley. Sam's in a tough sport.
I'm going with Gord Dineen.
I thought you were going to go with Randy Hillier. Gord Dineen, yes.
It was between Gord Dineen and Randy Hillier.
I tell you, I swear you were going to go with Randy Hillier.
Oh.
But when you heard Stan, and we have to go with Stan, he's the Maven.
If Stan says it, it's the truth.
There to go, Stanley.
Thank you, guys.
Good job, Stan. And Al, how about this? Now, Al, I don't want to hear any more complaining about no getting the Sandstrom points. You got double points tonight.
Nice
From Stan. Look at that race.
That's a race, isn't it?
Beautiful.
And I understand that Al did call in with the right answer. He called in. There you go, Al.
Yeah, but he was sitting home with the book.
Oh, I never said that. You said that. He's getting ready for his
that's
angle
right.
show.
He's doing angles tonight. All righty. Holik, Lindros, Barnaby, Malakoff, and Mironov start the period for the Rangers.
Rangers without Radek Dvorak.
He is out. He took a hit from Jason Weimer late in the second period and is being held out for precautionary reasons. Barnaby, the Yashin line is opposite the Holik line once again. They were beaten for a goal in the first period. Here's Holik against Wootenshon. Now Lindros against Yashin. And the puck taken away by Hammerleck. Clears it out of the zone. Stopped by Malakoff. Put back in by Holik. Wootenshon to Hammerleck. Gavasha fires it around the boards. Asham. Yashin and Messier as the Rangers have changed lines.
Islanders are minus a player, Sam, at their bench. I'll try to figure out who it is.
Yashin centers. Saved by Dunham. A great save off Martinek, who stuck in from the right point. Beautiful save by Mike Dunham. Good effort here. Kvasha and Yashin have remained on. The Rangers have changed lines. Mironov is still on. Cross has come on. Parrish comes off the boards against Mironov, who tied him up, and the puck cleared by Lundmark to Mironov. Mironov taken down by Janssen. Janssen has it knocked away by Messier. Messier with Samuelsson and Lundmark. Lundmark takes the puck. Here's Messier. Back to Lundmark. For Samuelsson, it's blocked by Martinek. Into the corner, Kvasha still on from the opening shift.
Yeah, Yashin just went off now.
It was a minute 45 shift for Kvasha and for Yashin, icing on the Islanders. That's overstaying the shift, I would think.
Well, they had the puck in the offensive zone, though, Sam. You know, when you got it there, it's hard to get off the ice. Here's that save. Oh, what a save that was. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful save by Dunham as Martinek drove down to the net. That was a gigantic save early. Kvasha got hit there pretty hard.
Rangers have McCarthy, Fata, and Nedved. Nedved was on for the face-off. There's an offside whistle against the Rangers.
We've been told Isbister has a skate problem. That's why the Islanders are minus a player. Now, here's what happened to Radek Dvorak. He got double-teamed, and on that play, we think it was that play, he got dinged a little bit and didn't feel comfortable, so the Rangers are not taking any chances at all.
That's what we were told. Precautionary reasons, Dvorak will not play in the third period. Commander with a puck for the Islanders. Bouchard takes a hit from Bates. Shot by Cairns, stopped by Dunham. Islanders coming out with some early pressure. Rangers able to clear the zone. Cairns. And despite all the stuff going on before the game and the activity at the red line in the pregame warm-ups, there's been no fisticuffs in this one. Bates drops it off for Pekka. Centers, goes all the way through. McCarthy takes a hit from Bates, who takes the puck away. Woodenshawn. Pass went through. Dunham stops it for Pody. Barnaby able to move it up ahead for Holik. Cross brings it in. Drops it back for Barnaby. Now Corey Cross with room. He shoots. Saved by Osgood. And Hammerlick fires out to Jason Blake. Blake was hit by Kasparaitis. Cross tried to move it, lost the stick, may have broken his stick. That shot deflected away by Dunham.
Isbister at the Islanders' door. He's ready to come out. He'll miss about 3.5 minutes unless there's no stoppage for the next while. So he was not able, because of an equipment problem, to begin the third period.
Weimer. Now Jason Blake. Bumped by Malakoff, stays with the puck and is trying a shot that was blocked by Samuelsson, who moves it up the boards. Kept in by Hammerlick. Save made by Dunham. He holds on, and
that's Blake at the front of the net. Mironov tackles him down. Blake is around the front of the net a lot, isn't he?
Scatchard gets knocked down as he was tackled
by Holik.
Mironov has been rough.
So is Holik. I don't think anything's going to happen here. Mironov this time ends up without the helmet. Earlier, he was tied up with Blake, and Blake ended up without the helmet. There's the play in front. Boy, Mironov has been tough. I mean, he drove Blake right into the ice. That's what you want from your defenseman, Sam. That should be an area where if the opposition player goes in there, you got to make him pay a price. That's part of it. That's part of that territory. And here's Holik on Scatchard.
The Rangers have been fortunate.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Mironov, who's been hitting high and hard and sometimes not often clean,
how many times
not gotten called for it.
How many times have we said that the Rangers need to become a much tougher team, yet smarter? And we've said that for a number of seasons, and right now they're a lot tougher. And you see on the road here what difference that means. And we'll see if it helps them drive their game for the last 30 of the season.
Well, John, we've got a chance for a fan or a couple of fans to win a trip to Anaheim to see the Rangers play the Mighty Ducks in February. You can log on to NewYorkRangers.com, click the Delta Getaway Sweepstakes button to register, and you can win round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, game tickets, gift bags, and a meet and greet with the Rangers players. Delta is the official airline of the Rangers. Mike Dunham with a bit of an equipment problem. And as we've said repeatedly in recent weeks, the Rangers have played a much smarter game. The phrase dumb penalties has not been used often, if at all. Wraparound stopped by Dunham.
I like Kvasha's game. He gets criticized for being lazy, but here in this game, and he got tattooed by Lindros earlier, he has played hard.
Kvasha's got the puck and he lifts it out of the zone, stopped by Mironov. Mironov bumped Asham. Malakoff plays it to Messier. Samuelson. Quick shot, saved by Osgood. Tricky shot by Samuelson. He's had a couple of good shots in this game. One of them led to a goal. Asham off the boards for Kvasha. Cody stepped in front of him, allowing Bouchard to play the puck. 4:35 gone by third period. Janssen hustled over. Long shot. Dunham makes the save. A long rebound taken out by Poti. Lead to Messier. Martinek back. Messier dropped to Poti. Poti to Messier. Saved by Dunham. Great save. I said Dunham. Osgood, excuse me.
Well, Dunham's made a number of them. What a nice play this was. Messier and the Rangers head up ice on the rush. Poti jumped in, and then Poti made the pass back. Again, I thought the shot was going to be taken. These are drills the Rangers have done recently in practice, a lot of them. Here's the play. Poti starts it, and he follows up. Now watch a nice give and go here. Messier, Poti, back to Messier. Beautiful play, and Osgood got across and made a real nice save with his right side. That's some save. That was a nice setup, Sam. We've seen the Rangers practice those plays a lot, and it finally, through repetition, it starts to click in, and they try them in the game.
Face-off win by Donato. Bouchard shot missed the net around the boards. And Bates was wrapped into the boards by Dwyer. Rangers have Nedved, Dwyer, and Donato on as a makeshift line with Dvorak out of the lineup. Pekka stopped by Bouchard. Parrish to Pekka, and Parrish got leveled by Dwyer. Martinek moves it to Bates. Nice pass to Pekka. Pulls up, tries to make a play. Martinek in deep.
Martinek's jumping in a lot. The Islanders need goals, so they're sending their defense in on the play.
Rangers turn it the other way. Nedved against Martinek. Saved by Osgood. He's way out on top of the crease to make that save.
Pekka and Dwyer had some words back behind the play.
Dwyer tripped him up.
They were not happy with each other, and they had some words as the play was headed up ice. There's Martinek, who was in on the play. Pekka went over to Dwyer, and they got after each other. As this play developed, and Nedved took the shot, Osgood made the save. Dwyer and Pekka, whoa, that's Dwyer, big hit on Parrish. Rangers have thrown a lot of big hits in this game, not just hits, big hits.
Lindros threw one at Hammerlich, and we have a whistle for a two-line pass, and then Blake was hit after the whistle by Corey Cross. And the linesmen step in between the players. 5:42 gone by third period.
There's the feet of Blake over center ice.
And
there's the hit by Cross. That got everybody's attention. A lot of face-offs in this game, a lot more than normal. It started right in the first period with a ton. We saw 30 face-offs. Usually a 65 face-off game is pretty good. We saw 30 in the first period.
A lot of icings early. Here's Kasparaitis shooting, deflected by Gudmundsson, who went down to block it. Lindros played it across, and Blake clears the zone. Scatchard, open man, Weimer, but it's broken up by Kasparaitis. Weimer into the corner, it goes Cross. Barnaby, and it chipped out of the zone by Kasparaitis to Holik, across to Lindros. Now Holik takes over, deep against Hammerlich, drives to the net gets knocked off. Osgood gets run into, the whistle stops play, and everybody's okay.
Osgood.
I was wrong, John. Not everybody's okay. Osgood has not gotten up yet.
Holik drove to the net. Osgood stood his ground on the short side. Gar Snow hasn't even stood up to do some stretching at all. But Osgood doesn't look too good to me. And you can see Hammerlick knocked Holik down, who was driving to the net. And I think the left leg of the goaltender, Osgood, got jammed in against the goalpost. Hammerlick, Holik. And there you see the jam play. The net got dislodged, which is a good thing. And Osgood, it looked like maybe the left skate of Holik went into Osgood's left leg. Now Osgood's out. He's not going to be able to continue. Gar Snow should be standing up. Oh, he's got his mask on now. He hasn't done any stretching at all. Gar Snow is one of those guys that likes to play as a fiery goaltender, so he's going to replace Osgood, who can't put any weight on his left leg at all.
Yeah,
the trainer, see his left hand holding the rear end side of Osgood to keep weight off his left side. Osgood's got a left leg problem.
That really looks bad.
Gar Snow now gets on the ice and does some stretching. He hadn't done any at the bench at all.
It was surprising.
Yeah.
He never moved for the longest amount of time. Now he's in, and Osgood has to be helped to the locker room.
Oh, yeah.
Not put any weight at all on his left leg.
That looks like a serious situation. DiPietro is the third goaltender, of course, and he plays in the American League in Bridgeport. That's another look at the play.
So Gar Snow in for the Islanders, who trail the Rangers 3-0. 13:40 to go in the third. Winehandle around Isbister, checked by Mironov. Puck taken back by Winehandle. Now it's Isbister. Toward the net, save, blocker save, and it's cleared out by Malakoff. All the way back comes Tamander. Osgood leaving the game with 13:47 to go. 22 saves on 25 shots.
Offside Islanders. Boy, that didn't look good for Chris Osgood, who's really played well for the Islanders over the last 5 or 6 weeks. Interesting that the Islanders had called up Rick DiPietro, the goaltender from the minors, who was having a great season, and all of a sudden Osgood got hot. There was a little motivation there. DiPietro back in the minors, but Osgood now, looks like he may have a left leg problem, and that's not good news.
Initially, when I saw it and the net was knocked off, it seemed as if Osgood had absorbed the collision and gone back, but he never was able to get up at all. And suffers a left leg injury.
Rangers keep the trap going.
Nedved collaborates with McCarthy, allowing Cody to play the puck. Martinez. Rico Fata on the forecheck. Nedved, McCarthy, and Fata on for the Rangers. Janssen moves it ahead to Kavacha. This is the second of 5 meetings between these two teams. We'll have one more here at Nassau Coliseum, 2 more at Madison Square Garden.
March 3rd, March 17th at the Garden.
Shot by Janssen. Again, a blocker save by Dunham.
Sometimes Dunham will leave a rebound, but he tends to knock the rebounds away from the forwards that are right near his goal crease of the opposition team.
Yashin with Pody on him. Janssen tees it up. Lays it down the boards for Asham. Bouchard tried to take it away. Asham tried to get out in front. Now it's Kavacha. Kavacha against Nedved. Toward the net, deflected by Bouchard, up in the air, and a good play by Dunham, making a sliding catch on the pop fly.
Pressure by the Islanders, but no good shots. Now you see the Islanders setting up in behind the net. It's called a set breakout. The Rangers will back up now and get into position. Stop it right there, guys. The Rangers have 1 man in deep. These 2 guys are the defensemen. They take care of the middle of the ice, and the wingers have to take the lanes near the boards. Stop it again, guys. See the wingers on the boards, 2 defensemen in the middle. That's the Rangers' new system to try to stop the other team from getting speed through the middle.
Barnaby dumps it into the corner. Lindros after it, gets there. Checked by Bates. Lindros with 2 assists in the game. Bates stays with him. Lindros trying to shake loose of Bates, can't do it. Stays in possession of the puck. Now it's Holik against Butenschon. Holik gets knocked down on the play. Keeps the play alive to Barnaby. This pass went off the skate. Up steps Corey Cross. Once again, this Ranger line keeps the puck in deep. Lindros took a hit from Hammerlick. The puck cleared out by Pekka all the way down. Will be an icing on the Islanders. 11:03 remaining in the third period. Rangers with a 3-0 lead.
Rangers don't mind that. They knock a minute off the clock with the 3-goal lead and force the Islanders into an icing scenario. Butenshaw has played well. He's a big kid playing Holik tough here, shoves him down, and then Holik will get right up. And as Holik's down, right away, Lindros came over, as did Barnaby. Lots of support with those three forwards. We understand that Chris Osgood had to be physically carried into the X-ray room to be checked out by the doctors.
Rangers get a little careless, but the Islanders were offside. Malakoff lost the puck, but the whistle stopped play. The offside called.
So again, future games March 3rd, March 17th, both at Madison Square Garden, and then April 1st here in Long Island. So there's 3 games left, 2 at the Garden, 1 here.
Face-off won by Scatcherd all the way back, and Garth Snow comes out to cover the puck. And now a penalty coming
Samuelson
up. Knocked down Samuelson.
You know, you mentioned earlier, Sam, about Samuelson. He's played a very spirited game for the Rangers. He's been involved. He's gone to the net. He's taken shots. He's done a lot of really good things.
But here's, again, a pet peeve of mine, John. Snow came out 5 feet on top of the crease, covered the puck. That's a delay of the game, and it's not called.
But so Dunham just did it a few minutes ago, too. Remember the alley-oop play where he came out about 10 feet? Both goaltenders did it in the last minute. And here you could see, I think what they tried to do to Samuelson here was give it to him because there was some contact with Snow, but Snow came out and created that contact by being out so deep.
It's a roughing call on Eric Cairns. Power play to the Rangers, who are 0 for 2 on the power play. Face-off win and a clear by Kenny Janssen.
See, I agree with what you're saying about the goalies, and both of them did it in the last minute.
Yeah.
Both of them. That is a delay of game. They're going out away from the rule reads you're supposed to have part of your body or equipment inside the goal crease when you cause a face-off.
Claude Lapointe shoots wide, short-handed. And I know they give them the benefit of the doubt, but sometimes it's like just being oblivious to the rules.
Dan Blackburn was given a penalty for that earlier in the season.
Puck was touched by the Rangers with a high stick, and now it's whistled down the face-off back into the Rangers zone.
That's why Garth Snow didn't touch the puck, even though he left the goal crease, which was a smart play by him.
Rangers have not had a shot on goal on Garth Snow since he entered the game.
The next face-off will be face-off number 70 in this game. Generally, if you hit the 70 mark, that's a little more than average. And there's still 10 minutes, 12 seconds to go. So it's been a real face-off battle for the majority of this one.
Minute 24 to go in the Rangers power play. And there are the numbers. Rangers 41-29. So that is 70.
Well, they already had the Rangers for a win. That's why.
There you go.
And they did win it.
Nedved carries in, feeds Malakoff for a shot, saves Snow. Chipped out in front and batted down the ice by Commander. Cody, Malakoff, Messier, Nedved, and Lundmark for the power play. Puck taken away by Pekka. Then he took a hit from Lundmark. Messier. 9:40 to go, third period. Rangers lead 3-0. Matthew Barnaby with 2 goals. Boris Mironov with 1. Hammerlick backhands it off the boards and down the ice it goes. Cody back to get it. Rangers change. Bouchard has come on. Barnaby is on, and Lindros. Cody to Nedved. Bouchard lost it, and Lapointe clears it. Dunham.
Islanders have 8 shorthanded goals. Bates has 4 of them on the season. That's a high number.
Mironov.
For both the Islanders and Bates.
Bouchard across against Kavasha. Here's Mironov. Now Bouchard to Barnaby. Barnaby to Bouchard. Good shot. Save on a deflection by Lindros. Nice save by Garth Snow.
Yeah, he looks pretty relaxed in there. How about Barnaby's saucer pass across the blue line? Where do you find this stuff?
He's learning. Teams are back at full strength. Each team 0 for 3 on the power play in the game. Excuse me. 2 shots on goal for the Rangers on the last one. 8:25 to go in the third. Rangers leading 3-0. Corey Cross bumped by Winehandle. McCarthy moved it to Messier. Messier with Samuelson. It's dumped into the corner. Samuelson against Hammerlich. Samuelson wins the puck. Hammerlich stays with him. Samuelson plays it back to Kasparaitis. Now McCarthy to Messier. And it's taken away by Martinek. Able to move it to Winehandle for Isbister. And Kasparaitis ties him up. Kasparaitis goes down as once again good strength shown by Isbister. Rangers can't clear. Hammerlich down the boards for Yashin. Yashin plays it back. Timander. Timander against McCarthy. Timander in deep. McCarthy stays with him. Now Cross picked him up. Samuelson against Yashin. Kasparaitis against Isbister. One-on-one battles all to the outside, and the Rangers come away with a puck.
The Rangers have kept the Islanders to the outside the last few minutes, and that was a nice play again by Samuelson. He's given the Rangers some very valuable minutes in this game.
Timander.
See the Rangers with that set system of trying to stop the opposition moving up ice, trying to stop them from completing 2 passes in a row. And the Islanders actually play the same system.
Bryan Trottier using all his players, John. He's rotating Donato in. Dwyer is in. Last shift, we saw McCarthy on the ice. So even though Dvorak is out, the rotation continues. Dwyer blocked the shot of Budenshon. Nedved trying to break. Budenshon clears the zone. 6:35 to go in the third. Cairns slowed down by Donato. Nedved with a lead to Barnaby. Barnaby with a strong move. Goes around the net. Oh, and he couldn't tuck it in. He had Snow out of position.
He had time. He just hurried it a little bit. He had time to make the play for the hat trick.
Donato fires in. What a move by Barnaby.
Going to work on his backhand,
Great.
Sam.
There you go. There's a flaw to his game. We found it.
Here are the Rangers playing that system. A 1-2-2, which could become a 1-4.
Olik with a play on Weimer. Rangers control. It's whistled down for an offside Islanders. 5:58 to go.
Who is this guy? Saucer pass. Look at that. Gorgeous by Barnaby. Now watch this play. Fakes, goes around, actually has time, but hurried it a little bit much. So Matthew Barnaby, I think, will be the first star in this game.
So you say you lent him the Gretzky tapes? Is that what you did?
Wayne will be rolling over. What are you guys talking about?
3-on-2. Messier slowed down on the poke check by Cairns. Lundmark sends it in.
Had a nice talk with Mike Barnett, the general manager in Phoenix, saying their new building, Sam, is really coming along.
That's good to
And
hear.
right next door will be the new football stadium and a big mall and all kinds of things to do there in Phoenix. So that'll be good news for them.
Finally getting...
And they had injuries. My goodness, if they had injuries.
Had a good win last night against San Jose.
Hey, what's going on there?
Oh, no, John. They can't get it together. LaPointe left it in the corner. Cross moves it. And it's tipped down the ice by Lundmark. 5:05 to go in the third. 3-0 Rangers. And the one thing the Rangers seem to possess, John, here that we're seeing in this game at least anyway,
Discipline.
is a system also to protect the lead.
Yeah, but that's discipline. That's all part and parcel. You have to learn.
LaPointe taken away by Pody.
The one thing we neglected to answer for the Islanders, first game home from a trip.
Yep.
Boy, does that haunt teams in the NHL. If you've been away for 3 or more games and come home your first game, the egg sometimes gets laid. And full marks to the Rangers for really playing, well in all areas. The power play didn't do much, but their even strength play, their goaltending, their defensive play, their finishing checks, everything.
And for apparently learning from the game against Philadelphia when they let that lead get away. Racing to the puck. Cody, he's got Bouchard. He scores! The two defensemen break in and score. It's 4-0.
Budenshon fell down. He was the only defenseman back, big number 44. And when that happened, Bouchard, who's a great skater, jumped in and Pody hit him perfectly. The two defensemen led the charge. Two defensemen. And the big kid, who's played pretty hard in this game. Oh, Lindros tripped him up. Hammerlich yelled for a penalty. There was no call. That's That's why Bouchard couldn't get back. He got tripped up. Lindros with a sneaky play. Bouchard's 5th. Bodie will get the assist. And Lindros got away with a sneaky one.
And Bouchard gets rewarded for what I think has been one of his better games. I think he's played a whale of a game for the Rangers tonight. Sent in by Mironov. 4:05 to go. Rangers with a 4-0 lead. Puck knocked down by Malakoff. Pekka trying to take it away. Malakoff sends it back in. Garth Snow plays it around to Commander. Now Cairns. Off the boards, knocked down by McCarthy. McCarthy tied up by Bates. Pekka hit by Nedved. And Dunham swings it around. Cleared out by Rico Fata down the ice. This will be an icing on the Rangers. Cairns touches. Play stops with 3:33 to go. Let's take a look at our American Express check of the game. And there have been a lot of hits in this one. How about this one by Eric Lindros?
Wow, that was on Kavasha. Kavasha came right back to his credit.
3:25 to go. Rangers with a 4-0 lead. Nedved chips it in.
Rangers had 2 centermen again. 4-0 late, and they had 2 centermen on in case one of them got tossed out of the faceoff circle.
Nedved was on with Messier. Nedved has gone off. Hit by Samuelson. Knocks down Cairns. Back the other way. Messier. Pass through. Score! J.B. Lundmark.
Oh, and Eric Cairns still on his knees, Sam.
A beautiful goal by Lundmark. Set up by Messier.
Oh, Eric Cairns. Beautiful setup, beautiful finish, beautiful turnover, but you hate to see a person injured, and Eric Cairns is still down. I heard a heavy crash. He's got the puck, and he was admiring his pass. Do you know how many times I've been in this building? Sam, when I saw Dennis Potvin watch people admire their shot or pass, and he would come across with that big, thick body and make you feel it. And he would hammer you. Well, Eric Cairns was admiring his pass, and Samuelson nailed him. And you can see it's a left arm shoulder problem. Messier's pass was beautiful. Lundmark likes to shoot the puck from the off wing. He's able to score, and it's 5-0. Eric Cairns is just going off. His left shoulder has dropped about 6 or 8 inches, and he is in trouble. The Islanders have Chris Osgood, we've been told, has a left ankle problem. He had a big ice pack on the left ankle. Now they lose Eric Cairns, and that could be a serious problem the way his arm was hanging down. Eric was admiring his pass, and he got throttled by Samuelson, who finished his check.
The Rangers have not stopped in this game. They haven't stopped skating, they haven't stopped hitting, and they haven't stopped scoring. It's 5-0 with 2:45 to go. Bouchard made it 4-0 with his 5th from Bodie and Lindros at 15:48. Lindros 3 assists in the game. Here's a shot saved by Dunham. He stuck Winehandle. 2.5 minutes to go. Dunham has stayed on his game. Guttenschon. LaPointe forced back by Lindros.
I think there's another player missing from the Islander bench, too.
Lundmark from Messier at 16:57, so the Rangers get 2 goals in 1 minute and 9 seconds.
No, I'm wrong. I think it's both Cairns and Osgood injured in this game for the Islanders. Boy, that's, you lose a game and then lose some people. That's
missing
tough.
the backup goaltender because Snow is on in the game and Osgood's in the locker room.
For the Rangers, they lost Radek Dvorak.
Yep.
With what we were told he was dinged, and the Rangers kept him out of the third period. Just they didn't want to take any chances with his health. Not really clear on what the injury is.
Did not appear to be serious, but for precautionary reasons they kept him out. Offside.
Kavasha got hit. Oh, he's stunned on the play. And he's bent over. Boy, oh boy, this is going from bad to worse for the Islanders. This is unbelievable. He seems to be okay getting to the bench. He moves in. Oh, he got hit by his own guy. Asham was trying to throw a big check. The Rangers jumped out of the way, and Asham got his own guy.
You know, I saw McCarthy laughing. I couldn't understand why, and it's because he moved out of the way, and Asham wound up
hit Kavasha. Yeah, when things go bad. Boy, I bet Peter Laviolette just wants straight time now to get this thing over with.
1.5 minutes to go. And the Rangers with a 5-0 lead. one of their better performances of the season because they have maintained this play throughout the game.
Yeah, they have. They haven't stopped since it started. They've continued to take the body. They're not taking penalties. They've been good in every area of this game. And if you get real picky, you'd say, their power play wasn't sharp, which it wasn't.
1 minute to go in the game. Ranger fans still here are cheering. Battle for the puck. Bates and Cross. Donato is there as well, poking at it. Parrish is there for the Islanders. 25 seconds to go.
Peck is in front.
Puck comes loose. Cross had his stick being held. Parrish trying to keep it alive. Pekka winds it to Bates. Sent up the board. Kept in by Martinek. Around on the near side, and Kasparaitis goes to it with 28 seconds to go. Kasparaitis skates behind his own net to allow his teammates to change. 20 seconds to go. Kasparaitis holding. Feeds Bouchard with 15. Now Barnaby takes a hit with 10. Kasparaitis with the puck. Into the Islanders zone with 5. Budenshon. And the Rangers have beaten the Islanders. It's a shutout for Mike Dunham.
And it's a shutout for Brian Trottier. His first game back in this building. For Dunham, a great game. For Brian Trottier and the staff, they get a 5-0 win and move on to Nashville.
Last shutout for the Rangers here was a 0-0 tie. Mike Dunham's second shutout of the season, 13th of his career. And the Rangers from start to finish play a strong game. Physical, scored 2 goals in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and win it 5-0.
For the Islanders, Sam, boy, it's not only losing a game, but they lost Eric Cairns, they lost Chris Osgood, both to what looked like substantial injuries.
The Oppenheimer Team Contributor Award goes to Matthew Barnaby with 2 goals. Oppenheimer funds the right way to invest. So the Rangers have now won 4 of their last 5. They get back on the winning track after the loss to Philadelphia. And they are back to 3 games under the 500 mark and have 47 points.
And you just wonder about the health of Radek Dvorak, too. You hope he's okay after this game.
Nextel direct play of the game. Check out this play as Holik to Barnaby.
First star of the game, Matthew Barnaby, and he deserved it. He did everything in this game.
Dunham with the shutout is the second star of the game. Mironov, the third star. The Rangers had a lot of stars in this one. They win it 5-0. Season series even at a game apiece. Rangers win 5-0. Time to look at the goal of the game, brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of the NHL.
Here to start the second period.
Here's Barnaby breaking in. Barnaby scores!
Oh my.
Matthew Barnaby with a brilliant move. And it's 3-0 Rangers. And the Rangers pick up 2 very valuable points. It gives them 47. 1 point behind Montreal, Tampa Bay, 2 behind Pittsburgh and the Islanders. The teams have games in hand, but the Rangers with a very important win. The Rangers win it 5-0 over the Islanders. As Barnaby scored 2, Mironov, Bouchard, and Lundmark got the other goals. Eric Lindros had 3 assists, and Mike Dunham with 31 saves for his 13th career shutout, his second of the season. And the Rangers' next game will be on Thursday night in Nashville against the Predators. Geico Rangers game night at 7:30. Rangers and Nashville Predators at 8. Coming up next, it's the MSG Sports Desk with John Giannone and Curt Menefee. They've got post-game coverage, Rangers and Islanders. It's media day at the Super Bowl, and Herm Edwards talks about the Super Bowl and a whole lot more. Angles with Al Troutwig at 10:30. Boomer Esiason's Super Bowl Insights, and the debut, the premiere of Court Vision with Mike Breen on the NBA, presented by Foot Locker. That wraps it up. Our producer Joe Whalen, director Bob Lewis, associate director Jeff Estella, graphics coordinator Molly Canto, statistician Emmett McGuire. For JD and Stan Fischler, this is Sam Rosen. Stay tuned to Sports Desk.
up on the MSG Sports Desk, Brian Trottier went back to his place of greatest success, and it turned out to be another banner night. The flag has been lowered and Super Bowl week has officially begun. We'll check out what each team had to say and hear from Jets coach Herman Edwards, who has some interesting plans for Sunday during the game. Plus, Marcus Camby will tell us what he'll be doing during the Nuggets-Knicks game. Will he play or watch? The best place to view it all is right here on the MSG Sports Desk, presented by Toyota. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this expanded edition of the MSG Sports Desk presented by Toyota. Along with John Giannone, I'm Kurt Menefee on the heels of a big Ranger win out at the Coliseum, shutting out the Islanders 5-0.
Big. In fact, it was the most lopsided Ranger win of the year, and a big reason, Matthew Barnaby, 2 goals on the night. And let's go back out to Nassau, where standing by with Matthew Barnaby is Stan Fischler. Guys, take it away.
Well, how good was Matt Barnaby? First of all, he was the first star. Even though Mike Dunham got the shutout, he had 2. He almost had a hat trick. He started intimidating before the game even started. First of all, the significance of this win.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, we blew 2 points the other night against Philadelphia, and we're battling against the Islanders and a lot of teams for that final playoff spot. So it was huge for us. Hopefully we can keep on a roll and keep this thing going.
I say tonight you intimidated the Islanders. Your thoughts?
Well, I think I think they're tough to intimidate. They've got a lot of tough guys in their dressing room, but we came out blazing. We came out finishing our checks, something we didn't do in the second and third period against Philadelphia. So it was a huge win for us. We did everything we wanted to do, and fortunately we came away with the win.
Now, the second goal you scored in this game, I thought you out-Gretzky'd Wayne Gretzky. I mean, this was a fantastic goal. Tell me what you were thinking.
You know, I was just coming down, and there's a lot of holes on him. He's a great goaltender, but he's a small guy, and I had a clear-cut breakaway. I was thinking go to backhand. I was thinking of maybe shelving it, but fortunately, I use this play on my son all the time when we're at home, so he taught me this one backhand, forehand, and fortunately it snuck by him.
Okay, your 4-year-old son, but you told me before you did that play about 4,000 times in juniors. What were you waiting for?
You know what? I don't get many breakaways anymore. So when I have a lot of room, it's tough to do against big goaltenders, but against small goaltenders, it usually works.
Now, you almost had the hat trick. You came around the net, and I thought you were trying to bank it off the post. Tell me about this.
You know what? I made a pretty good move. I thought I had to wrap it around a little quicker. I thought the offside D would be coming. I had to jam it quick, and looking at the replay, I had a little more time, and unfortunately, it didn't go in for me.
In the pregame, I said the game would be decided by effort and goaltending. Well, obviously the effort was there, but how about Dunham when he had to come through?
He definitely did. It was 0-0, and he made a big save. I can't remember on who, right from the slot, and it really gave us a chance. And he's given us a chance to win every night, so it's been huge for us. He gave us a chance tonight. We finished it off, and finally we got a shutout for him.
Okay, 4 wins out of 5, Matthew. Ranger fans are looking to that playoff berth. Tell them why you think you can make it.
Well, I think if we play like this every night, and that's the way we should be playing, keep things simple. We have a lot of emotion. We're going to get Pavel Bure and Brian Leetch back soon, and when we're healthy, we're going to be a tough team. We just got to keep things simple and playing the same way we are right now.
Thanks very much. You were a combination of Gretzky and Gordie Howe.
Thanks, Stan. I appreciate it.
Okay, John and Kurt, take it away.
All right, Stan and Matthew Barnaby, thank you. And Matthew Barnaby's been in the league almost 10 years. This is only the 6th time he's had more than 1 goal in a game, and the first time since 2000 when he did it against Martin Brodeur. So he steps up in games like this, both in the physical play and with goal scoring, which we're seeing a lot more of this year. And you heard him talking about how tightly contested this playoff race is going to be. There are 7 teams in the East, separated by 7 points for most likely 2 playoff spots. So anyone who says that the NHL regular season doesn't mean much needs to look at the Eastern Conference.
Well, they'll find out very shortly here. Now, of course, this game was seen on both MSG and Fox Sports New York. Our Ranger announcing crew with us on MSG. Meanwhile, over on Fox Sports New York, the Islander announcing crew, and those guys join us right now, Howie Rose and Joe Micheletti. And let me start off, guys, with the pregame festivities. Both teams came out here at mid-ice and got it started. During the second intermission, Jason Blake, in an interview with Stan Fischler, said that they came out and played scared, did the Islanders. Do you think that pregame had anything to do with the impact and the way the Islanders played in that first period, especially when they got down?
That's an interesting quote, and I didn't hear that out of Jason Blake, but maybe it did. If he says it did, maybe it did. I thought the first 10 minutes of the game was a well-played game, and of course everything got going before. The top of your screen is where Blake was involved a little bit with Barnaby was out there and Gar Snow, and then that's when Cairns went over, and it just everybody got together, and eventually they were able to calm everybody down and start the game. And guys, again, I thought the first 10 minutes of the game was just a hard-hitting game. I thought it was Mike Dunham that really got things going, even though Eric Cairns and those two players, along with Sandy McCarthy, they kept things going. But I thought the game in the first 10 minutes was a well-played game. It was hard-hitting. Everyone was involved, and I thought Mike Dunham was the difference in the early part of the game.
Howie and Joe, were you surprised to see that as the game progressed, one team, the Rangers, really carried the physical play? And were you even more surprised that there really were no ramifications from what happened in pregame?
Well, I was surprised to the extent that the way the play of the game was dictated early on, it was clear that there was some caution being extended by both sides, but it was the kind of thing that I certainly expected would spill over at some point. I'm kind of surprised to hear what Jason Blake said, because I didn't think over the first 10 minutes either side looked scared or intimidated, but obviously the way things evolved, and even still, I don't think that there was any intimidation or that the Rangers necessarily out-hit or out-slugged the Islanders the rest of the way, because they played discipline. They had the game under control from the second period on, and I think their play exemplified that. It wasn't an overly physical game.
No, I didn't think so. One other point. I think what the Rangers did is they waited for the Islanders to make the first mistake, and they took that mistake and scored the goal by Barnaby. Peter Laviolette told me before the game, he said, I want our team to move the puck towards the net, to keep the puck moving north, keep it going. And the first brutal mistake of the game was by the Islanders and Alexei Yashin. They gave up the puck. Rangers went the other way. Barnaby scored the great goal, made it 1-0. They gave it up again in the neutral zone, put it in the Islanders zone, scored to make it 2-0. And those were the two, first big mistakes by the Islanders, and the Rangers took advantage.
Well, guys, the bad news is for the Islanders is that this game could have long-term ramification not only in the standings but on the ice. Kvasha, Cairns went down, but especially losing goaltender Chris Osgood. We don't know how serious the injury is there just yet.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything yet. Obviously, if you watched the game, you saw that Osgood needed help getting off the ice after being plowed into here by Bobby Holik. Again, hopefully we'll get some word in short order. But not only did Osgood have to leave the game, you mentioned Kvasha. He seemed to be all right at the end. The other man, I think, for whom there should be some concern is Eric Cairns. Cairns went off with his shoulder slumped over, and I think it was, the left shoulder, Joe?
It looked like the left shoulder, and really a tremendous hit. And you know what? I kind of, you think of that play, it was 4-0 at the time, and it just tells you what kind of game the Rangers played. They decided they were going to keep hitting the entire game, and that was Michael Samuelsson with the hit on Cairns. I don't think Cairns expected it, and the big hit led to the 5th goal. They just kept on hitting. They played smart, and they deserved to win the game.
All right, Howie Rose and Joe Micheletti, thanks for joining us, and safe travels.
All right, guys, thanks. You too.
All right, and then, the other part of this game that may go overlooked is the fact that the Rangers had not been playing well this year inside their own division. This only their second win in 9 division games this year, and that's another thing Brian Trottier was stressing to his team. They have to step up inside their own division. So let's go back out to the Coliseum and bring in the men who called the game on MSG, Sam Rose and John Davidson. And guys, I think what Joe Micheletti said was so true. The Rangers showed so much discipline in this one, given what happened before the game. The amount of physical play they came with and the poise and discipline, I think, was a real difference. Do you agree?
I think so, John. I think that's been part of their game in recent weeks, the improvement that they've shown over the last 12 games with 7 wins in those 12. Part of it has been more discipline, fewer bad penalties, fewer penalties in general, and an overall improvement in their physical play as well.
Sam, after watching the warm-up, you wondered what was going to happen when the game started. When the game started, the Rangers were really a smart team all the way through. They kept their foot on the throttle, didn't let up, finished checks all over the ice by almost every player on their team. And the Islanders, in watching the Rangers play big, they played big. All our guys played big. They finished checks, and the Islanders lost the game and lost a couple of valuable players. Eric Cairns is a valuable player for the Islanders because of his toughness, and of course we all know how hot Chris Osgood's been for their hockey club.
I think you mentioned it during the game, John, and I think part of the things that the Rangers have to be careful of now is having a letdown going into Nashville.
Well, that's true. You wonder what team will show up, how they'll play. But I think they're starting to understand their system. The big line, when they play like this, they're hard to contain. I mean, when Holik plays big like that against any centerman, I don't care how big that other centerman is, he's hard to contain.
Yeah.
Kurt?
Well, you want to talk about who played big. Do they have maybe Matthew Barnaby on the wrong side of the river? Is he better out there east? Is that the method for his madness? It seemed like tonight he played like a different guy altogether.
You know, Sam brought it up. A playoff game a few years ago, he had a hat trick, and a lot of people saw how well he played for Buffalo in the playoff run one season. And then he got more preoccupied, I think, with not playing as many minutes, so you're never in as good a shape as you should be. Preoccupied with being an agitator and a tough guy. He still does that. I mean, he still sticks up for his teammates, but he's starting to really show a skill level. Now, and this was preseason, or probably the pregame, where the players started pushing and shoving. Barnaby and Blake got after each other. Then all the players got together, not once, but twice. And then when the game started, Barnaby got the Rangers on the scoreboard with a gorgeous shot over top of the catching glove off the crossbar. His second goal was a breakaway, took the puck away from Roman Hamrlik. Look at the move. I mean, you try those moves in practice, not during games, but it worked. And then here's where he almost had the hat trick goal, a beautiful move. A little rushed on the backhand, tried to have a little more time than he thought, but he's a fit on that line. And the coaching staff told me something interesting, guys. They told me with Holik and Lindros, it's Barnaby that drives the engine. He's the one that's always talking, always pushing, always keeping them going. And as you said, Eric Lindros told Barnaby to shoot, so not only does Barnaby talk, he listens.
And I think we've watched Matthew Barnaby for years. He's never skated better than this. And the other factor is he's playing with two elite players, and they're bringing his level of play up.
His discipline attitude's been much better, and we have to credit Mark Messier. I mean, most people know the story now, where Mark sat him down, had a long talk. He says, listen, you can be a tough guy all you want, you can be an agitator, but you have the ability to be a player. And Matthew Barnaby, you know, he's grasping that. Yeah, he's really understanding what it takes.
Guys, no question that Barnaby deserved the #1 star, but Mike Dunham maybe was the unsung star of the game, especially in the second period. Talk about the lift he gave his team, especially after what happened on Sunday, blowing the 2-goal lead.
Well, John, I think he's played very, very steady for the Rangers, at times spectacular. Over the last 6 games, he's given up 7 goals. He's 5-1. He made a couple of mistakes, and he admitted to that in the Philadelphia game. But other than that, he continues to play very well. In the 5 wins, he's only given up 1 goal in 4 games, and then the shutout tonight.
He's got the same attitude, whether it be the day of a game or the day between games or after a win or after a loss. He's got that same calm attitude, and I think his teammates feed off how calm he's been. He's been very stable in goal, but when you have a guy back there that's relaxed, it makes the team relaxed about their own play in their own zone.
They're confident in Mike Dunham.
And they should be. Sam and JD, thanks very much.
Okay, guys.
And that is Dunham's second shutout as a Ranger. The other came on New Year's Eve. And for the Islanders, 4th time this year they've been shut out, but Kurt, 3rd time in the last 7 games.
Yeah, but the Islanders overall had been playing a lot better since the middle of December. Tonight, they got it taken to them. And you look back, the last time the Islanders played this poorly, as you said, has been recent, but it was against the Devils. You know, right now in this little tri-team debate, the Islanders had last year moved back in the middle. Right now, they've been shut out back-to-back by the Devils and Rangers. They found themselves sliding in the wrong direction. And as we said, with the injuries they've got, especially to Osgood and Cairns, this thing could get worse for them. But we don't know the extent of those injuries.
Right, well, here's the update on Osgood. It is a low left ankle sprain. He'll be reevaluated on Wednesday. But the Islanders say that they don't think the injury is as serious as they first thought when they actually had to help him off the ice.
Had to carry him into the X-ray room to get it checked out. All right, we've heard about it. We've talked about it. Now let's take another look at it. And as we said, it all happened before the game even started. Pre-game skate around. If you look in the top of your screen, you see Matthew Barnaby bumping into Jason Blake, and here we go. Garth Snow retaliates. Both teams start swinging their sticks, and everyone converges in the battle zone. That was just the beginning. Dave Karp and Aaron Asham go at it. And I think they exchanged just a few pleasantries. And then Sandy MacArthur and Eric Cairns doing the same. So the scene was all set as Bryan Trottier headed back to the island for the first time as Ranger coach. Early on, Jason Blake headed for the net. Clocks Mike Dunham as he passes through the crease. Now, soon after, a little payback. Eric Lindros knocks out Oleg Kvasha. Kvasha stayed on the ice for a bit, but did return to the bench under his own power. No penalty for Lindros. 12 minutes into the first period, Alexei Yashin's pass. Broken up by Lindros. Bobby Holik gets it ahead to Matthew Barnaby. Barnaby with the blast. Just beats Chris Osgood. Rangers score first, lead it 1-0. And yes, they were pumped. 2.5 minutes later, more reason to be pumped up. Peter Nedved with the puck. Watch Boris Mironov in the spot shadow. A little technology going for us here. He heads for the net. Nedved finds him with a brilliant pass. It's 2-0 Rangers through 1. Second period, Dunham, toe save on the Dave Scatcherd redirect. Eric Lindros passes ahead. That name, Matthew Barnaby. Check out how he just does a great job of gathering the puck. And then watch the move afterwards. How sweet was that? Barnaby's second goal of the game. Rangers with a 3-0 lead. Meanwhile, Dunham was dazzling in net. Alexei Yashin comes up with 2 attempts. Dunham stops both. Then Dunham upended, but somehow finds a way to stop Radek Martinik's shot. And more Dunham as he stops Matthias Weinhandel on the doorstep to keep the shutout going. Late in the third, it's a 4-0 game. Michael Samuelson dumps Cairns along the boards. Rangers got an odd man rush. Mark Messier to Jamie Lundmark for the one-timer. Rangers go up 5-0. A tough physical battle out on the island, and the Rangers come out easily on top. 5-0 the final.
And in fact, it's their most lopsided win this year. And for Mike Dunham, his 13th career shutout, 5th time in the last 6 starts that he's allowed fewer than 2 goals. He has taken this team on his shoulders. Islanders lose for the 3rd time, or shut out for the 3rd time in the last 7 games. Here's your update on defenseman Eric Cairns. You saw him get hit there late in the game. Dislocated left shoulder, out 4 to 6 weeks. Just one of many reasons for Islanders coach Peter Laviolette to bemoan this loss.
We got beat in all areas tonight.
It's the 3rd straight division opponent you shut out by, and it really dominated you. Let's figure what that's all about. This team and how crucial it is, these losses now to these division opponents.
They are division opponents. It's conference opponents to me that make it crucial. Answer? I don't know.
It's as down as you've been in a while, Peter?
I don't know. I don't know how anybody could be up, so.
Hoping to see them respond some way physically, the way they were being handled physically tonight?
We were handled in all areas, Alan, tonight. All areas tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Understandable emotion and frustration after the game from Peter Laviolette, who usually is a man of few words, even fewer in this one, and certainly losing your goaltender and watching him limp off, and then losing a defenseman like Eric Cairns, who you heard JD say is really a heart and soul of that defense because of the physical play he brings. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. That is a crushing blow to that team.
Well, on the other side, this day started out with everyone talking about the return to the island of Bryan Trottier. At the end of the day, Trottier was talking about just how good he feels his team is playing right now.
Cylinders were working well. Everybody really kicked in well, and the guys played hard for the guy in the net at the end. Then he made some strong saves there, a couple of scrambles, and Barney scored a couple of dandy goals. We played discipline when we needed to. It was a good 60-minute game for us.
Every win is important right now for you guys. Does this game have extra meaning for you?
No, it's a divisional game. It's it has a lot of intensity with the rivalry. Obviously you're asking from the standpoint of from years past to today. No, we need 2 points. We want 2 points. We're focused on what we have to do here as a club.
Are you worried at all about the discipline after the pre-game stuff? Did you need to caution guys about getting a little too excited?
No, you just channel your emotions and use them when the game starts. And we want it to be focused in and concentrating and not be distracted by anything.
What was your understanding of what had happened?
I didn't watch anything. I just heard there was like a little skirmish a couple times, and that's about it.
Brian, you've wanted to be a head coach for a long time. It had become a career goal for a while. Is there nothing special about coming in your first game as a head coach into this building, regardless of whether it's the Rangers or not?
I think there's something special about coming into the building. Always, like even when I came in as a player with Pittsburgh and coming back as an assistant with Colorado and Pittsburgh, now coming back first time as a head coach, it's still, you can't walk in Nassau Coliseum and deny the fact that it's a place I used to play, and there's a lot of great memories here, and they have had a wonderful night here hanging the banner, and but honestly, it's kind of mixed emotions. You don't think about it. It was nice to get the 2 points, and it's nice to get a win. But we still got some work. It's good.
What did the team do really well tonight in your eyes?
I thought they supported well. I thought they moved the puck real smart. They were really bearing down in key situations along the boards, in the offensive zone, not throwing it away. They really did a wonderful job, and the talk on the bench was fantastic. It's a really good talk from all the players. Especially like the captains and guys that weren't getting a ton of ice time. They were into it.
When you hear what happened, what is your sense? We're up already, or
Yeah, it's.
Is that an encouraging thing to you?
None of that is. It's. Both clubs, have a responsibility towards those things. So it's not like, okay, it's warm up. It's a little intense, and.
I know you're always stoic when you play, but did you have to stifle it?
Memorable day and night indeed for Bryan Trottier. And how about this? The win for the Rangers, the most lopsided at Nassau Coliseum since they won there 5-0 back in 1985. It's also the most lopsided win for either team in this intense rivalry since February 14th of '92.
Well, John, you take a look, and we've seen all the numbers. The Rangers right now have won 5 of their last 7 overall, 5 of their last 7 on the road. And I think that's the thing that matters most to Trottier right now, because he is now a hockey head coach. And right now he's looking at his team trying to make up some ground. And the schedule kind of favors them right now. They've gotten through a tough part fairly well with 5 wins in 7 games. And up next, they've got Nashville coming on. Then they've got Atlanta, and they've got a chance to really make some hay, maybe.
Right, and now we'll see what kind of a head coach he is, because that could be one of those classic letdown games in sports that you see so often. How does he get his team back up to that emotional level that they played with tonight? The other thing to remember, and the Rangers will start talking about this as the days go on, Pavel Bure and Brian Leetch back on the ice, getting slowly but surely back toward playing shape. And when they come back, the Rangers have to believe that they're going to be a much better team for it.
But the reason they put together this streak has been defense and goaltending, not necessarily the scoring.
Well, still to come on this edition of the MSG Sports Desk, Herman Edwards provides some Super Bowl 30